And just as we get back into the swing of D&D, we're gonna be leaving, guys, for another 2 weeks, unfortunately. And then we'll be back for one, and then we're gone again for another week. We gotta find D&D during like holiday season is rough. So hopefully we'll be able, we will kind of, I don't know, I'm hoping that we can get back to some kind of normalcy with it. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so very much for coming in and hanging out. Yeah, first, thank you so very much for the 10 months. Can you believe that? It's been forever. Whimsy, welcome. I hope you're doing well. We miss you. Little Jenny, good to see you today. I hope you're doing well. Before we get into everything, there is going to be a few things. I mean, Monster Hunter Wilds is coming up. I hope to see you guys. Anybody that is wanting to play, that's going to be fun. I'm going to be looking to play that as much as possible. I think February is the release date for Wilds, so please come hang out. Let's play let's kill some monsters. I'm excited. Oh no. I hope you feel better, or at least soon. It's been a roller coaster. It has definitely been a roller coaster. There's been a lot of things going on. I'm trying to sort my life. Yeah, you know, there's only so long you can stay in midlife crisis mode before something has to change. And I'm doing my best to. Oh man, I'm going through puberty too. I'm wonderful. To add insult to injury, we're already going through puberty for the third time in my life. But yeah, I mean, life is. I feel like it's getting better. Things are getting better. I'm working to make things better in my life, and I think moving into the New Year's, there's gonna be a lot of good things. A lot of good things coming my way. I feel it. Gonna make things happen. But yeah, I mean that's really it. There's really not much. Just get all of these things out of the way. If you haven't already, head on over to youtube.com/namsleepy. I think all of my links are in the socials. Subscribe over there. Hit the like button. You know the normal call to action. Just come hang out. I'm trying to grow over there. I do have some ideas that I want to put in place for the next year. There's gonna be a lot of storytelling. Just to blanket it out there, I have been working on some stories, and there's probably gonna be some type of story time. Not a podcast, maybe podcast. I don't know what it would be considered. They're gonna be videos where I tell stories. They're gonna be fantasy, horror, whatever I feel like. Maybe we'll turn that into something. But I have been focusing a lot on creative writing, and I kind of do just want to start telling stories. You know, that's kind of where my mind is going. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and go bug these people. Let's see if they're talking.
The responsible one.
Yes.
That's why we end up on this topic. Yeah.
And you said like talking to a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both me and Bam were like, what kid?
Yeah, like what kid
Who?
are you talking about? Did we encounter any children last session there, Mr. DM?
Did you encounter children last session?
Did we talk to a child at the Adamantine Emporium?
It was technically a child. I see people in their 20s as a children.
Or was it a 200-year-old Werther's original sucking?
You mean the guy? You mean the guy that was behind the receptionist table?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's apparently essential we know how old they are.
I mean, I refuse to play D&D today unless I get a rough age.
They were a gnomish gentleman.
Yeah, I thought they were a gnome. Yeah.
They had a little bit of pepper.
I fucking called it.
They had a little bit of pepper gray.
Exactly. Mr. I don't really care.
A little bit sassy.
Dead right.
Yeah. Little sassy. Not a child. Definitely not a child. Just small.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are racist.
Like, I know I didn't describe. He's like, yeah, he's wearing a propeller hat and licking on a sucker, twiddling his thumbs while he plays his little game. No, it was an adult reading a magazine, waiting for customers to come in. Well, now that we got that
Wait,
sorted out.
what did you say, Nuke? About like, oh, I feel like if it was an older person, they'd be doing something like reading or something like.
Wait, but they were reading.
Yes.
Yes, that's my point.
Oh. I
I feel
was
like an
listening.
older person would be reading or some shit. It's like,
Oh my god.
I'm not sure
were
if you guys
they?
I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Sleepy completely fucked my character sheet up, and I'm like trying to put shit back into it again.
I did none of that.
Fucking hell.
This is character
I think
defamation.
what's disappointing me the most is the fact
unacceptable.
that I caught you already before, and you're still doing it.
You
You know?
didn't catch
Like,
me.
normally,
you
when,
shit.
normally when people like nearly get caught, they're like, "Oh shit, I better fucking not go to that well anymore." But no, every time, brazen, double down.
I think you do this on purpose. You're like,
Just so-
how can I fuck with Sleepy now? Let's break my character sheet so he has something to worry about right before session time. Because he doesn't panic or anything beforehand. It's not something that he worries about all the time. Yes, I'm gonna add extra worries to my massive amounts of worries before session, before my heart is gonna blow up. That's definitely what I want to do to myself. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I am agreeing on the statement that now I can definitely write a book about how to destroy the sanity of your DM.
Right? Oh
right.
my god.
Forget everything I've said so far. Why the fuck can't I put crossbow bolts into my crossbow bolt case? Like,
Just drag it over.
Nah, it's not working. That's fine, though. I'm fucking with you.
Wait,
It's,
hold on. No,
just
I'm
use
doing
it
it.
for what
No,
it is.
no, I'm doing it now. Crossbow bolt.
Oh, here we go.
case.
know-
Fucking.
you know what's
gonna have to import
interesting?
a new character sheet now in a minute.
This is what kills it. Yeah.
Do
You know,
That's interesting.
most people say that the wrong way to play D&D is DM versus players. I think we're proving that wrong.
This is so I did it.
Are we the BBEG?
Can you check? You guys are the BBEG.
Depends
We
on your
always have
perspective.
been.
So check your crossbow bolt case because I just dragged your crossbow bolts.
I'm fucking making some tea, bro.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're looking at it. Is it in it?
Yeah, I'm taking it out.
I don't even see a crossbow bolt case in his inventory. So
It's at the top of the inventory. Like
Oh, I
there's
see it.
4
Okay, yeah.
cases. Yeah. You could put it.
I
in,
don't
I'm
see
gonna
it.
just put it in the water skin. They're going on the water
there's
skin.
nothing in that case.
They're in the water skin. I took them out of it. I took them out of the crossbow bolt case and I put them in the water
I
skin.
see. That's dope.
I don't see them, but that's also because I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you just drag them from your character sheet to the.
I do not require information.
You gotta open the case. Did you click on it to open the case? Is
Yes.
the question.
I mean, it's not even into water skin, so.
Well, I just took it out again.
Mr.
I'm
Fucking-
putting your clothes
See what I
in
mean?
there.
In my character sheet the whole time.
I'm putting the clothes
Fucking
in
my
there.
rear.
Oh, his clothes are in his crossbow bolt case now.
And I will put something else. I put the jar of lollipops in the water.
Don't touch
skin.
the laxative.
No, the laxatives. I'm putting them
Or
in the
the
water. I'm putting the laxative in the water skin.
What is happening?
I don't
worry.
know.
Don't worry.
I think the session is over today. I think we
Yeah,
need to
great
come
session,
back.
guys.
we need to come back in 2 weeks, guys.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Oh,
Is it like 3?
Shit. No,
Yeah, like 3 weeks.
2 weeks, because then we have in between. So,
Ah.
So
We're
next week and
gone
the week after, no?
The week after, yeah. So we're back on the 16th, and then we're gone again on the 23rd,
Gotcha.
yeah,
and then we're
so
there on the 30th.
We're missing next week and the week after,
Yeah.
and then the week after that is when we're back. So that's 3 weeks.
Well, in terms of times, but we're only missing 2 sessions, 2 weeks of
Right,
sessions.
Right, but
'Cause,
3
you know.
weeks is still what we're
Yeah.
skipping.
No. No. You
Let's
are
just
not
stop.
unionizing for a D&D session. No.
I did nothing. I'm innocent.
Now he's out here trying to
Anybody was disputing
unionize.
that.
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Shut the hell up. We're doing. we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm over it. That's it.
Oh no, I see another issue.
Oh man.
What's the
Go
issue?
on.
What's the
Oh
issue?
no. I know, yeah, it's fine. I can fix
What?
that. I can fix that. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm in
Well,
enough trouble as it is.
wait, what happened? What's wrong now?
None, just carry on.
Nothing. He's
Oh.
fixing it.
Okay. Are we ready to play some D&D?
I
Yeah.
guess.
As soon as I get my PNG up, man.
30.
Is that what we're doing?
Oh my god, the PNG is not there. Nuke, please. All right.
Nuke.
Please. Please. All right. Here we go.
Maybe.
We're playing. All right. We're doing it.
Nuke, get your PNG figured out. But go ahead, Sleepy.
Okay. It wasn't all leisure.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my god. Uh-huh.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
All right.
Oh
We'll
my
see.
God.
We've set the tone.
Good luck, everybody. This is gonna be
It's gonna be a fucking TPK
fucking
today.
show.
I'm calling
This
it.
it
Holy
might be.
cow.
We'll see. We'll see how
Wouldn't
I feel.
blame him at this point.
No.
We might have to just start over entirely.
This is when he just throws us all into an arena and like says go.
Just do it. All right.
14 Tarasks show up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
It wasn't all leisure. They quickly discovered the impact of the recent attacks on both Oxbrun and Pernios. In Oxbrun, the arrival of Basira's incomplete vessel unleashed a horde of monsters, devastating the city and its people. Hundreds were killed and thousands were displaced. Meanwhile, Pernios suffered even more profoundly. Tens of thousands were lost as the obsidian sphere swallowed a quarter of the city. Much of the warehouse district, essential for the city's survival, gone in an instant. Though Pernios bore the brunt of the devastation, Oxbrun was still reeling. Already struggling with the anomalous portals in the surrounding areas, the city was destabilized further by monsters invading within the walls. Citizens, once feeling safe, now faced the grim reality that their homes were no longer secure. Tension simmered, and the stress was palpable, even if unspoken. The party was briefed on these events by Merrick, who informed them that the chaos in Pernios and the fallout from Kaelin's monstrous transformation, which made headlines across Regnum. The group learned that Oxbrun's governing body and Arcanipgressus had imprisoned Severn Palamus and Tenemis Reaver. Individuals caught in the wake of the group's actions. Still, they needed allies. There was no time to worry about what they were or could be doing in Pernios, and now focused on what they can do in Oxbrun. They contemplated how they could free Severin from his prison. Merrick suggested Valderon, as Valderon suggested Merrick just a few hours ago. He offered to help, but not without testing them first. He told them that he wants the party to head to Mystrun to pick up a package for him. With that challenge in their mind, the group left for the night, making their way through the quieting streets of the Shoppers' Thoroughfare, heading back to Rusty's in the Industrial District for the second time that day. During this time, the streets have calmed. Most people that are there for days shopping, getting their wares, most people now that are left are those looking for a place to escape, finding those open pubs with enough space for them to sit, sharing a drink with their friends after a long day of work. You start to see the scars, especially leaving the areas that were mostly populated and guarded by many people. the industrial park fared a lot less, seeing a bit more devastation from the monsters that had spawned during the time of the attack just 6 weeks ago. They're still recovering. But walking down the street, you do hear a disturbance as you hear the sounds of a slurring gentleman standing on the corner as as a crowd now gathers, watching, onlookers, the voices of people kind of shouting back at him. I swear, it's all of your fault that we got attacked. None of you put your faith in the gods, and we're paying for it now. They're not hearing you. At this point, you hear as a couple people shout back, "Oh, come on, Rupert, you've been doing this for weeks now, since it happened. Just go home. I'm telling you, they're here. All they're looking for is people. All you have to do is believe. They're sending people to save us. The dragons, they will appear. They will be our salvation." At this point, a paddy wagon drives up as you walk by. They pick him up off the ground. "Come on, we'll put you in the tank for the night. But you gotta stop doing this, Rupert. It's not good." "No, the people need to know." "Just believe in them. Call to them. Pray. They will hear you." There's a couple of onlookers now just turning their eyes in shame, just saddened by this disheveled man. His clothes now dirty and stained with liquor as he moves his bottle of cheap spirits, spilling it on the ground and himself. He gets dragged away and moved towards the paddy wagon being thrown in the back, not cuffed. They are handling him with a bit of sympathy, and compassion. As you walk by, he points at you, Alpha, as you all walk down. "Look, there's one. Look, he's right there. Tell him, please. Tell him that the dragons are coming. I can tell. I can see it." "All right, move along." One of the guards look over at you. "I apologize. He hasn't been in his right mind. You don't need to entertain him."
It's all right. They're tough times. But who does he think is sending the dragons?
And he kind of wiggles out of the guard's arms and he points at you. "You should know the gods. They're sending them to protect us in this time. They just don't know the way. You should know. It's you. You'll help lead them. Tell the people." And all of them start to look and kind of gawk in your direction as they see your form standing next to your allies as you head back to Rusty's. Tell them. All right, Rupert, that's enough. Let's go. We'll have a rest for the night. We'll let you go again in the morning. He looks at you, pleading.
Rupert, is it?
He stops and holds himself at the edge. Go on, tell them. They hear us. They know what we're going through.
I kind of glance slightly at the at the orbs in my chest and the green one formed by the name that I can't remember right now. Cyril, thank you. I'm just I don't know that I have the answers you're looking for. Not yet. I don't know enough. But I'll find them. I'll find the answers.
In his drunken stupor, his eyes kind of shutting as you can hear the glass shatter as he lets go of the bottle. And they lead him into the back of the wagon, his voice going quiet. You could still hear him muttering, the crowd now talking amongst themselves as a few onlookers look in your direction, hearing your words. A few now, why is he entertaining him? I don't understand. He's just a drunk. He lost everything. He's gone off.
I'm also going to just put a hand on one of the guards that's escorting this guy away. And, actually, yeah, I'll put a hand on one of their shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And with the other, I'll grab one of his hands and I'll place 5 gold inside his hand. Mostly because I don't know what else to do with it, but that's fine. And I'll just say quietly, just make sure he's well taken care of, please. He may sound not in his right mind, but with any luck, he's not far off. And I'll turn away.
Kind of looking at you with weighing your words. He gives a nod. All right. You hear the sounds of the doors on the back of the paddy wagon closing. All right, Rupert, let's go. They turn the vehicle on and it sputters away, the crowd still looking on as the lights flash around on the top of the vehicle. One of the guards now hanging off the side as it drives away and rounds the corner.
Where are you taking him? I'll call it back after.
As the one hanging off, it's just the nearby watchman's building. We're gonna put him in a cell just for the night.
I'll nod. Take care of him.
Gives a nod.
That's all.
With that, drives away as the street now clearing up. Still onlookers talking amongst themselves, some heading to their own pubs and taverns of their choice. But there are still a few kind of looking at you, Alpha, not familiar with a creature such as yourself, why you were picked out of the crowd in this moment. Whispers. But you continue on, heading through the industrial park, and eventually, at the end of the row, a large steel sign hangs above the wrought iron double doors, with the slightly hazy, leaded windows, original to the brick structure. Spans the entire north and south faces of the building across the top 3 stories of the 5-story warehouse. The gabled roof is clad in steel and panels, favoring function over form. You step right at the entrance to Rusty's for the night. Evening now setting in, you could see that the faint blue shimmer in the sky above. The streets now quieted. Couple people talking amongst themselves, as you could see a bit of not so much liveliness, but people sitting around this long, almost picnic bench like table at the entrance of it. From the right side, you could see these large machinery, almost hammers, rusted over, though there's still a faint scent of like industrial grade lubricants in the air.
Nuke. No.
Yeah, Nuke is covered in 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Something smells familiar.
But there are a couple people now sitting around talking amongst themselves. There are several lounges in between these large machines that are lined along the right side of the wall. Nothing really going on, just idle conversation. A few people look at the heavy iron, the wrought iron doors as you enter in the threshold of the building. A gentleman that has gone on in years, very gray in the face, wrinkled, leathery skin, a simple beige shirt under a very heavy leather apron. Stout, dwarven gentleman does look at you. Unfortunately, we don't have much, we don't have many rooms. Most of them have been occupied. But if you're okay, we do have a few of the single rooms. There's no view, no windows. They're pretty cramped for one person. If you're okay with that, we can make something work for you.
We'll take whatever you can spare. Just a place to lay our heads for the night.
All right.
May,
This gentleman right here. Go ahead.
do you offer space on your roof?
That
Question
is a very strange request. I mean, we do have a maintenance hatch. There are a few platforms. Do you just want access to it, or do you want to stay up there?
I would stay up there, but I only need access.
He kind of wipes his hand on the cloth that is hanging off of the strap that runs along the side of his apron. I mean, I guess I could charge you for the same way as the rooms, if that's okay. They're 2 gold per room, if that's all right.
Of course.
Just head over to the reception. He points over at the front of the table, at the front of the building. They'll set you up with room keys. Well, this is thrown a wrench in the machine. Pay for your rooms, and I'll show you how to get to the roof. Are all of you going to stay on the roof?
I mean, I wasn't, but
It's
am
not a bad
now.
idea. Not gonna lie.
This is a strange request. And as you notice, I mean, there is, for those that actually feel cold, there is a tinge of cold in the air. Winter is now setting in. The days are getting shorter, chilly as the sun now sets.
Do I feel cold?
I would say yes, because you're technically an organic material. Right?
Technically, yeah. Like I don't have any, I don't have any clothes, but like,
Yeah.
2 points of exhaustion.
I think the only one that's not
Okay.
really affected by cold would be Petey.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
I think I would join him on the roof anyways.
All right.
I, on the other hand, would like to have a roof over myself, so I will take a normal room, thank you.
He does walk away. He puts the plates back onto the table. He does kind of turn to another person. Just clear this real quick. I'll deal with this. Right. Per person, we're looking at 2 gold a night, if that's all right with you. Usually, would be a cheaper room, but unfortunately, with the last events over the last few weeks, we're trying to, well, provide some housing for those that were displaced during the attack. Most of them, and you look around and there's a couple people running around, children just chasing each other, the sounds of screaming and laughing as the adults congregate around either the fire pits that are along or in between the lounges that are by the industrial hammers on the right side, or just sitting around the picnic table having conversations between other families. I'll say, because you're not taking up a room aside, this one, you said you wanted a room, 2 gold a night. For the rest, I'll say a gold apiece for the night.
Petey will
Seems
take out
fair.
a golden pay.
Same.
Same.
Okay.
Or 2.
Same.
So what brings you all here? Seems a little not common, especially right now. Not really many guests during this time.
Oh God, what was his name? Hold up. Da, 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 da.
Holding.
Please hold.
Steady.
Who is our designated note taker?
Well, I take notes. I just don't know who he's referring to.
Surprisingly, everyone.
The guard at the docks. The guard at the docks is
The
who I'm
guard at the
thinking of.
docks. Hold on. That would be
didn't write his name
Vern
down.
Morgan.
Mhm.
Vern Morgan.
Yeah, Vern
Mhm.
Morgan.
Vern Morgan.
Mhm.
Sorry, I was testing my microphone.
Nice.
More-
I just felt it was the right thing to say. Testing would have kind of stood out.
guard.
Testing.
Vern down at the docks recommended this place. Actually,
That bastard always sending me people coming in, washing up ashore. Well, unfortunately, a lot of our tours that we run here, they're shut down during this time, unfortunately, so I can't show you around the city. Most people come here for that. They want to see, the industrial park and how things were a long time ago. But you're more than happy to be here for as long as you want. You do see his demeanor change a little bit slightly, now wiping all of the muck and grime off of his hand. The kitchen is closed for the night, but if you are coming in hungry, I can whip you up with something with the scraps that we have left over.
Mind if I do?
I'm
I
starving.
think we have. Yeah, we haven't really eaten anything, have we, today?
not particularly. Now that you mention it,
Right, let me go see what we have left, and I'll get something set up. He steps by, and on the left side there is a long area where there's like a double, almost saloon-style doors. As he pushes his way through, you can hear him shuffling some things around, and you take a seat, either at the picnic or the lounge areas where people are now congregating, spending their time around this nice fire. The warmth radiating off of the brick walls. does keep you away from the biting chill of outside. Doesn't take too long as a few plates or bowls carved out nicely, filled with what looks to be kind of a leftover stew. The broth is like a deep brown with scraps of meat. It's not much, but should warm you up for the night. As he passes them around to everyone. If you need anything, just let us know. You can come up to the front desk. You can call. If you need me specifically, the name is Malagar. I run this place. So, as for you, and he points to anybody that is staying up on the top, points to the back where you see the hallways now, the third door, that is labeled employees only. It's supposed to be. We're going to go ahead and leave that unlocked. There is a maintenance ladder that leads all the way up to the top, so if that's where you're planning to stay, you're more than happy. Just don't touch our stuff, please.
What stuff?
This stuff that is, required to run a hotel. Cleaning supplies and everything.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
Let's hope not. Because there is a lot of people here that are counting on us. And he does
Right.
look at you with a little bit of maybe disdain in his eyes, even hinting at something. There are a lot of people, a lot of families that lost their homes. And we're just trying to find some semblance of normalcy here. So try not to disturb the peace a little bit. If you can manage
Not
that,
yet.
then you're welcome here.
What did he say his name was?
Malagar.
Malagar.
And this is the
Thank
copper
you.
cask, right?
Rusties.
Rusty's, sorry. Ha!
You guys do this
Rusty's.
every time.
Yeah. This is multiple times last
This
night.
is
Yeah, I
like
know.
fourth or fifth time. It got so bad that I literally set up an entire, I actually wrote out what the copper cask is, like a different fucking place, just because I was like, just in case, because
Just in case we go there
Yeah.
instead.
When a party major gaslights the DM, it's like, so this is the copper cask, right?
yeah.
Like, did I say it was? It's like, yeah, you totally said it was. You totally did.
Yeah,
I
that's what
I
you told
feel
us.
like that's what ever since you all landed in Oxbrun, it feels like just one gaslight after another. It's just like, no. I think Nowler thought we were in Pernios.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, or was it now?
No, I thought what
No.
happened was here. But
Yeah.
Oh,
in fact,
right,
it happened
right.
in Pernios. Yeah.
Two things happened.
Yeah.
Two
The
things
main
happened.
event happened in Pernios.
Yeah.
This is like the side effect.
This was the second one. This was the one shot you guys did.
Yes.
So
We didn't do one shot.
yes, you did.
Crazy.
Yes, you did.
Crazy.
Yes, you did.
Just making shit up.
No, you did it. You did a one shot.
Hey.
You did one shot. I have your character sheet right here. So
God.
it doesn't open. It doesn't open. It
does
doesn't
not?
open.
Are you serious?
Does it not open?
No, it opens.
Okay. This is amazing. Not gonna lie.
What about Narla's character? Is it opening?
Gamma's opening. Yeah. he's
Oh,
opening.
okay.
Right. So with meals placed in front of you, along with as well as Petey, he does walk away, heading back to cleaning up, leaving you to your own devices. Couple people now sitting around the picnic table, having conversations with the other adults in the room, while children run and scream and shout. Just quietly playing, or as quiet as children can be. You are left alone for the night.
Before we part ways, because I think it was is it just the mirror going to a room, or is it Nuke as well?
That is
I
up
think
to
it
you.
was
No,
just Samir.
Yeah, once you guys said
Okay.
the roof, Nuke was roof.
Mhm.
Okay. So before the mirror goes to their own room, in case it wasn't evident, I'd like to find that Rupert fellow again in the morning, if we can.
Sure.
Whatever he thinks he knows, whether it's factual or not, it might be useful.
Be pretty wild coincidence, though, right? If it was a coincidence.
It would be, but I mean, stranger things have happened, right?
I've seen my fair share of drunk people, but something wasn't right. He wasn't that drunk. Say
And
what?
drunks rambling about exactly what might
A
actually
lot
be
of
happening.
things.
He was
Yeah.
pretty drunk.
Eh.
Regardless, what he knows might be useful. Just a thought.
Shouldn't be dead. Yeah, he shouldn't be too hard to find tomorrow morning, depending on how early we go out.
Hmm.
Before we, split up, is it really wise, Tamir, to, split up? If something happens,
Not,
you're down here on your own.
well, I'm not gonna sleep on a fucking roof in this cold. I might be a tiefling, but I don't like the cold.
You're a tiefling? No. That's crazy.
Did you not know that?
Oh
No,
my
no, he did. He
God.
did. He's been sarcastic.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank God. I was about to smack a bitch.
I mean, it's not that cold.
Well, no, it is. Let's just make it simple. To be honest, my body temperature is much hotter than normal. Well, other people are. I'm not sure, and I point out PT and Alpha. Not sure about those two, but in general, it's a little bit warmer, and I don't like the cold.
Demir's looking a little perky with the open shirt.
I mean,
I
what I
will-
mean,
I forgot about that too. That too. And yeah, my clothing is not really fit for the cold.
so you're going to risk death instead.
I'm
Right,
risking
got
a
you.
comfortable bed.
I mean, you're not risking a comfortable bed. You're going to the comfortable bed to
and
probably die.
The possibility of a full night's sleep without anyone bothering me.
Fucking eternal
know,
sleep.
You're more than
You know,
welcome to
I-
join.
How, sorry, I don't really see you that way. No, we're friends. I'd like to keep. I don't really mix, business with pleasure.
Not in my fucking bed.
Oh,
In your own fucking bed. I'm sorry, but as you say, you're not my type.
no. You don't get to say that. I said that first.
Okay. Roleplay.
As you both reject one another, Petey, you were saying?
Yeah. I was a bit surprised that anyone else wanted to join me. It does appear rather cold out there. You're more than welcome to stay here where it's comfortable and warm for the rest of you. I simply don't like sleeping indoors.
I'm not certain I've actually felt cold before, so. I mean, Vic never did.
Also, I
So-
think your vocal modulator
Yeah.
is cracking out.
So I mean, at the very least, it'll be a new experience for me. If it does get too cold, I might just stay on the stairs or something. But that's not weird at all. But whatever.
Well, it's a ladder, but
Well, I mean, I am a plasmoid.
you could just meld into the ladder.
Exactly. I am now the ladder.
Oh boy. Oh
No.
boy.
Yeah, how
You said there
cold
were
is that?
cleaning supplies. There's got to be a bucket, so he can just like.
Yeah,
Just cozy into a
Yeah.
bucket.
definitely.
Oh goodness.
Okay, what about this? Alpha, you could make those thingies out of for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
What are these guys?
Yeah, those. Oh god. Are you connected to them by any chance, or are they just?
Goodness no.
Okay, good. I'll take, if I may, one of these to the room, and if something happens, I reckon it can run back to Alpha and warn you guys.
I mean,
Yeah?
they don't really move very fast, but wait, do they? Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't say.
So what? You control it or something, Alpha?
It kind of just does what it wants to do, and most of the time does what I tell it to do.
So will it do what Tamir
So?
tells it to do?
Probably. I mean, the
Well-
one at the shop was doing what the guy at the shop was wanting it to do. So
It looks over at
it just
you.
can't really do much. But it could probably find me. Yeah.
It nods.
And I practically just like flick it towards her on the floor. Goes up her leg.
Yep. Smashes onto the ground and just. Then it climbs.
Just slowly, like, reach out and cup it in my hands and kind of hold it the furthest away with my hands are right. Shall this suffice, Nuke? Do you feel safer now?
Well, I didn't say I felt unsafe. I'm just saying, maybe you wanted to live a bit longer.
Right. Any other complaints before I go to bed?
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of second guessing everything now. It is kind of cold outside. What if I
Well-
just like sleep halfway, just right here?
Mm-hmm. In the hall, like in this room here, where the children's running and the people are talking and stuff.
Good point.
Be by
Just give
around
the
this
man another
time,
gold coin.
getting through your meal. A lot of the families have gone to bed. There are only a few adults remaining on the picnic tables or the lounge areas around the fire, just having idle conversations.
Fuck it, I'm staying inside. I'm pretty sure it's cold outside. Fuck that. Look, my nip is sticking through.
Yep. Just give the man another.
Who is that guy?
Extra
I mean, I
gold
should
coin.
probably pay more, right?
Yeah.
Wait, how big are the rooms? I kind of wasn't listening after somebody said roof.
The single rooms are pretty small. Like they're like individual sleepers. Enough for like a single size bed. There's a small desk. It's like a New York apartment.
Woof.
And there's no window.
Yeah. Seems like a New York apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find the guy. I'm gonna wait for the guy, and I'm gonna try get a room beside Tamir.
You do see him walking around. He's pushing around a bucket and mopping up the place. It's hard. It's not.
So,
This whole area, mind you, it's just one long hallway. It is a very wide open industrial warehouse. Everything is just like exposed steel and brick. So
excuse me. Sir,
yeah. What did you need?
I've changed my mind. It's pretty cold outside, so can I get a room beside my companion?
Sure, no problem.
We're just friends.
Right. That's very nice for both of you.
Yeah.
Sure. And he starts to head towards the main reception table. Single room. You
An
already
extra
paid a
gold, I believe,
gold.
right?
Yeah, just
Here you
another
go.
gold. He does hand you over a key.
Here, have two.
I'm not going to say no. He does pop it into a box on the side. Is there
Lollipop?
anything else you need? No,
Would
thank
like
you.
one?
No, I'm fine. Is that all you needed? Is there something
That's
else
all.
that you needed?
No.
Oh.
I was just enjoying the awkward conversation. Bye. And I walk off.
Goodness.
These adventurers do
Poor
not know
guy.
how to have conversations. As he mutters to himself, shaking his head as you walk away back to your group, he heads back over, waits a little bit, knowing that you're walking in the same direction as he, decides to wait until you pass before he heads back to he pretends to mess around behind the desk, kind of organizing keys, just to not walk alongside you in that
I've
moment.
Been there. I've been there.
Yeah. You're just waiting, like, twiddling your thumbs. Enough time has passed. All right, I'm going to go back to my bucket and continue to mop. Well, with your key in hand, you head back over to your group, finishing up your meal for the night. So, are there any conversations to be had, or we will go into the night's events?
Just so we're clear about tomorrow, we are looking for, what was the name? Rupert?
We should find
Then-
Rupert first thing in the morning, yeah.
Mhm.
And after that, are we gonna go and do what we were requested?
Yes. We should go to the town that I wrote down. Thank you, Mystrun. Yes. I did write that down, actually.
Oh, wow.
I thought I did. Yeah, I did. There it is. Haha.
Ah.
Haha. And find
Was it
Nalva.
correct? Was it like this? Because it's got to
Was it
be.
like what?
Is it like
no,
that?
It was not.
No, it was not.
It's always got to be with a Y, because that's what makes it fantasy.
I have an excuse.
That's
But
what
why I
makes it
have,
fantasy.
I wrote it Mystrun instead of Trun, so I have an excuse.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Either way,
Anyways,
what is the plan
Yes.
for the night? Are there conversations to be had, or will we go into the morning?
I think.
Does anyone have
You know what?
questions?
It's me and Petey on the roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, this is good. Why is it always us? Anyways,
So this is a roof conversation, not a group
this is a roof
conversation.
conversation.
Gotcha.
Sounds like it.
So,
Yes.
if there are no conversations around the picnic table while you are finishing your dinners for the night, evening does set in. Where the two make it to their rooms, clean linens across the beds, warm. You can feel the heat radiating off of some of the steel or the galvanized pipes that run through the walls of each of these rooms, radiating and absorbing into the brick, letting it out in the room to make sure that the ambient temperature is comfortable. Not so much of that luxury for Alpha as you do climb up the ladder alongside Petey. It's chilly outside. It's not the full swing of winter, but there is a definite crispness in the air. There is no snowfall, but you feel a little more sluggish than you normally are. But it's quiet. This time of the evening, the streets now are pretty empty. You can still see the faint glow from several of the taverns and pubs that are lining this street that Rusty's resides on. You could see that there are patrons that are inside each of the buildings sharing their drinks, having conversations amongst themselves. The street lamps crackling slightly with this low, energetic rumble, almost like the sound of ozone, reflects off of these glass orbs along the inside, sending the amber glow across the streets and brick. But you are alone. The night sky is above you. There's a few canopies that kind of block some of your view to the sky, but most of them have been pulled to the side, letting the full view of Valoria hanging low in the sky, several moons orbiting around, stars dancing and twinkling. What are you doing?
I mean, after a bit of just like, I don't know, sitting in silence, I guess. Why don't you like staying indoors? What is it about outside that draws you to it?
Petey's been looking up, just staring at the stars, and takes a second to think. I suppose I feel confined when indoors. Trapped, in a way.
I suppose that makes sense. Have you really had anywhere that, like, you know, you've called a home and stayed indoors at, or have you always been, you know, a wanderer? I think you said before.
Oh, well. Been nomadic as long as I can remember. Never really had one particular place I wanted to set roots down or anything. May I ask what made you choose to join me?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, like I said before, kind of a new experience. Being a bit chilly. Feel a bit slower, but it's different.
You don't have to stay out here.
I'm aware. But, I mean, at the same time, it's kind of what Nuke was saying. None of us should really be by ourselves. And these times, it's not exactly safe out there for any of us right now. We are a little bit exposed here on the roof anyways.
Well, at least the cold doesn't bother me.
This is true.
But I think if it was my fate to be hurt or something here, then that would be my fate. I should not run from it.
It's an interesting way of looking at it. You're not too different from him, you know, though. From Vic. Maybe in that way a little bit, but as much as he wasn't really afraid of, you know, getting injured or worse. But he kind of ran towards it sometimes. Just
Why
trying
would
to
he
figure-
do that?
It's difficult to explain. But from what I gather, because he felt he had to, that he'd done so much so long ago that he felt like he had to make up for it somehow. And the best way to do that was to stop whatever danger was threatening the area he was in at all costs. So, in his mind, it was very much a, if not him, then who kind of situation.
Sounds quite noble.
He didn't think so. He thought it was just an obligation.
Well, in my experience, the noble ones always feel that way.
Speaking of obligations, do you think that Rupert guy was right? Do you think that we've been sent here by the, or that I've been sent here, I guess, by the gods or the dragons, or maybe they're the same thing? I don't really know, but do you think he was right? Because if he was, then I have an obligation then.
Well, I suppose first is, what do you think?
And he again kind of just glances at the orb from Cyril. I mean, I don't think I'm here by accident, if that's what you mean. But I don't know enough about why I am here. Why me, of all creatures? I don't really know enough. But if he is right, then shouldn't I just know?
It's hard to tell sometimes. For me, I feel a strong sense of purpose from what guides me. Can I be truly sure? No. But if we always wait to be entirely sure, we would never do anything.
Suppose you're right.
What does your instinct tell you?
Never been good much with instinct. But I
Then
think
perhaps that is a good place to start.
I do think, though, that it can't be a coincidence. Him talking of gods and dragons. And I mean, what we've just seen back, well, you weren't there, unfortunately, but what I've just seen and the rest of us have seen back on Teluthia. There are dragons, or there was. We saw one. And I've seen one before that in a dream almost. So it can't be a coincidence what he's talking about. I just...
Can I
I was... Go ahead.
can I tell you a story?
Please.
He points to the air and do you see those few stars there? That one, they sort of form a chalice of sorts.
I do.
Well, that is the Halhorn. Story is that once there was a young boy who was worried he wasn't welcome in his tribe. He asked one of the elders, "How will I know if I am invited because I must be, or because I am wanted?" The elder took a moment and thought about this. Took out a horn, and he said, "Whenever there is a time of gathering, we will blow this horn. This is no ordinary horn. It can only be heard by those who it is intended for." And then he went to blow the horn, and it made a noise that the boy heard. The elder says, "Now, did you hear that?" The young boy said, "Yes, I heard it loud and clear." He said, "Then you are wanted. You need not know anything else." Now, the horn, of course, was not magic. But the point of the story is that if someone is telling you something that resonates with you in your heart or gives you warmth or comfort, you need not reject it. Put your faith in it. Trust that they will tell you the truth. And in turn, trust your own heart. I believe that if your instincts are telling you that this Rupert is saying something of importance, then he is. And if you feel it is not a coincidence, then it is not.
Just sits in silence for a while. I, if I remember correctly, there's still the kind of red orb up in the stars as well from Kalen slash Kalen slash Basira, right?
In your body?
No, up in the sky.
In the sky? It is not formed in the sky.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for some reason.
It was stopped.
Okay.
But there is still that faint, translucent version that kind of orbits in your chest. There are only 2 solid orbs.
That's right. Yeah. Yes. There's the 2 solid ones and then the 2 faint ones from Sir Will and Basira, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it is interesting that we happened upon you, of all people, one who's so connected to these stars. In my chest here, these orbs. I think they relate to stuff up there. These 2 for sure, and solid ones. I mean, they've always been there. But these ones, they're new. This one, the floating green, pretty sure belongs to Cyril. I've never really known what that or who she is before it arrived. But I think she's where I get a lot of my power from now. It's kind of helping me. And this one, well, it almost appeared up there. But I think my friend stopped it. If he hadn't, a lot of this would have been a lot worse. I guess what I'm trying to say is, as weird as it may seem to all of us, your whole follow the stars stuff, kind of similar to Rupert, you may not be that far off. I know you don't sleep, but I kind of gotta pack it in, I think. I'll kind of like curl myself up into a little blobby ball. Just like at the top of the ladder, basically. I don't mind it up here, though. It is quiet, at least.
Yes, it's quite nice, I find. Do you have a bedroll or anything?
Where would I put it?
PD opens up his backpack and takes out a bedroll. Lays it out for Alpha.
I don't know if that's really a good idea. I don't want to...
He has nighttime accidents.
I just don't know how much of me will stick to it, I guess.
Well, I keep it for in case anyone else needs it. So if it doesn't work, then it's all right.
I'll like slink my way into it.
Laying it on the flat part right before the roof steeples up. Enough room for everybody at the base of that ladder at the top. You settle in, and the bite of night, the chill, continues to drop throughout the night. As you ponder what Petey had said, you look to the stars.
Just kind of in my head, one last thing before I actually go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, I don't fully reach out to it this time, but kind of find the mark of Cyril, and just in my head, I just think, I hope Rupert is right. That I was sent here by you. And that's it.
And eventually the cold of the night does take you, and as you drift away to sleep, stars twinkling above head, as you both stand or rest on the top of this building. In the meantime, both Thamir and Nuke steal glances at one another, their last glance at each other in their definite non-sexual tension as they close and enter their own rooms. The rooms themselves are cozy. Brick walls line on either side. No window, but a faint oil lantern sits on the table. However, it seems stationary, unmoving as you watch, as there is a bit of a pipe that runs through into the wall. The linens are clean and cozy. The beds themselves, not the highest in quality, but comfortable nonetheless. Is there anything that any of you want to accomplish before we head into the next day?
I, or Nuke, would like to copy that spell, or at least start copying that spell book scroll that the guy gave us. The guy that I totally wrote down his name.
Yeah, what's his name?
Valandron.
Valderon.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
Yeah,
dyslexic and Irish, so that's how you pronounce it in Ireland.
Wait, dyslexic and Irish?
It's a fair point, though.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I'm gonna start copying that over with the materials I bought.
Okay. As you
Imagine
take
asking someone like, "What's your disability?" I'm Irish.
and
It works.
and then they nod. It's like, okay,
Like,
I get it.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about that.
You take a moment to copy as you watch the letters, the arcane sigils, the diagrams start to lift from the scroll and into your book, adding your own ink to this tome that had been passed down to you. You finish up your night, writing in your spell. Your own. Is there anything else you would like to do in this time? Or Thamir, what would you be doing in this time? Sleeping?
Yeah, no, I think when Tamir went into the bedroom, I would put down the blob of alpha on the desk and wouldn't do much specifically other than taking care of their viola, making sure that it's in tune before writing a little note in their book before going back to bed or back into bed.
Okay. Taking a bit of time, you settle the plasmoid, the little blob as it settles in. It almost like cat-like kind of rolls around in the area and it blobs down to rest as you take the rest of your night. It's warm.
You still doesn't look cute.
But as you settle down for that night, before you drift to sleep, you realize, or at least that moment, you find yourself once again among that ethereal sea, watching the bonds and threads of those people that were sitting around listening to your music. The veiled lantern, the connections being made. There's a brief moment that passes your mind thinking about your connections to this world. But searching through, there's almost a void missing. You could see everyone else's, but when it comes to your own, your place in this ocean of life, that ship may have sailed already. As you drift into a deep sleep. But the cold bite of morning does hit you, Alpha. In that morning, it is chilly. It's very cold, as you can see the early cresting of the sun shining off the mountains that surround you, sending long shadows across Oxbrun. You look up and you see all of the canvas, the giant canopies that hover over and chained from one wall to another that shade the big parts of the city, still furled. A soft breeze rolls through as you could see just the exhale of the breath that goes into your body coming out warm, and you can see a mist start to form in front of your face. Early morning does come. The others, still protected by the warmth of the building, still radiating off the brick walls. What is the plan? Petey, obviously, you see as Alpha moves and shifts, not needing to sleep yourself, still aware of your surroundings. Nothing bothered you for the night. But now you can hear that those factory workers, those that work in the industrial park, or at least the parts that are still active during this time, you could hear them all walking to work. The life of the city now coming back in the morning.
Maybe I do need to find something to wear during the evenings. I kind of just out of the sleeping bag.
We'll roll it up.
What is the 4 for?
It's my Cosmic Omen feature.
Oh. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Check.
All right. Neat.
Ooh. Excellent. All right. But early morning does greet all of you at your own time. The ones on the roof, awaking first, still Thamir and Nuke, nestled into the warmth of Rusty's. What is the plan?
I'm gonna assume that Tamir's room is laid out the same as mine. And I'm gonna point my finger where I think their bed is.
Okay.
Are you
Message.
dead?
You hear a voice come through into your mind.
Sometimes I wish I were, but no, I'm not. I'm alive, I think. Are you dead yet?
I say nothing.
Huh. Guess I answered that. So I'm
Wait.
just gonna.
With no response from the inquiry, you wake up. What's your plan?
Just go down and get some food and waiting for the others before we're heading out, I guess.
All right. Nuke, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would probably head on out as well. I like to think that every morning I would spend some time, like my mornings and evenings, just looking through the book. Looking through my book.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot learned, but a lot more left, I guess.
There's plenty more to decipher.
But yeah, I'd as soon as I finish up, I'd head on out to the main area.
Okay. PD.
Seeing you coming down. Like a fuck.
Damn it, he is alive.
Well, with that, you both just head out into the main area where the long picnic table and the several lounges. There are people awake now. And you can see as they're all sharing a meal, several people sitting around a spread that is placed in front of them as they all pull from a communal tray of various dried meats. Alpha and PD, what would you be doing?
I would, just to sort of start the day, ritual cast augury
Mm-hmm.
and ask about finding Rupert and if meeting him is a good thing to do and what we should be like aiming to do right away.
In this moment, you try to focus and see if this is a good or bad thing, trying to catch the stars at the very end, their cycle in the sky for the day. Nothing comes of it. No answer. Neither good nor bad. Alpha, right?
I think for starters, when Alpha gets up and starts moving around, I assume that we're both still on the roof at this point. Confirm one thing for me first before I try to describe this. We've seen a dragon now, right? We
Partial.
have never, but dragonborns don't exist.
No.
Okay.
You've seen
Perfect.
something that was vaguely shaped. I mean, it wasn't a fully complete. There was still a deformation in her form.
Right.
But it is. I mean, this is if anything is close to what people have shown in either books of fairy tale or random scholarly writings. It's the closest thing you've gotten to seeing an actual dragon was the Oracle on Teluthia.
Okay. So I think this morning, imagine, if you will, someone who's only seen this like assumption of a dragon and wants to try to make as close to a humanoid version of that as they can.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of got this like malformed head and this kind of stubby tail out the back of him, and like it looks like he could maybe at like, if you squint real hard, maybe it's a dragon's mouth, but you don't really know. He's doing his best to try to like do what PD said, to embrace what he thinks is his destiny at this point. And because like he's kind of been a dragon almost for like a few seconds anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like doing his best to try to like form himself into what could be for lack of a better term in this case, a dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you can be a humanoid, so technically still humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of just looks at Petey, gives like a weird ass looking smile.
What is that?
I guess you didn't see it. So we saw this thing back on the island we came from. Pretty sure it was a dragon at one point. I think it had something to do with Cyril as well. So kind of does like
And
a
it looked
ta-da,
like this.
ta-da emotion. No. They were much bigger. I can't really make myself look exactly like it, but this might be closest I can do at the moment. Ta-da.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, right, you hadn't even seen. Wait, it just occurred to me that PD also has not seen Alpha like Ranger and like that, so he has no idea what the fuck
Nope.
is going on at all.
Nope, not a clue.
This is great. Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, he just kind of like gets really embarrassed all of a sudden. He's like, okay, we should probably find the others, I guess.
It's like wearing sunglasses for the first time at like school.
Yeah, exactly.
You think it's cool, but then everybody starts looking at you and you're just like, oh no.
Everyone just looks at you weirdly. Yeah.
Oh shit. But
And yeah, I'll go downstairs. Yeah.
heading down the
I'll go
ladder.
with them.
All right. As you both head down, sharing an awkward moment. Unfortunately, Nuke is not there to enjoy the moment with you. You all make your way into the main halls of Rusty's. The smell of the cured meats and A sweet type porridge is in the air as everybody's now sitting around. It would be by this time, Nuke and Thamir, you had already been brought out a plate. Unfortunately, as one of them does, one of the ladies that brings it out, unfortunately, we are not doing specific breakfast. Everybody is running in communal. We are running low on resources, so this is all we're having for today. I hope it's all right. And she does slide both plates out in front of you. Alpha and PD, both of you see and you catch sitting on one of the ends towards the main door leading into Rusty's, both Thamir and Nuke sitting at the table, enjoying their breakfast.
We'll head over.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. How was the roof?
A little bit chillier.
Mm-hmm. Who would have thinking?
It was quite nice, I found. Thank you. How was the room?
It's pretty dope.
It was lovely, and Tamir's just pointing over to the blob that's sitting a little bit further away
that blob.
from me, but
Yeah.
yeah. You can take him back. Yes, you can take it back. I don't need it.
It grabbed a
I'm
cup,
safe.
little scrap of the meat off of the one of the main, like the center communal tray of meats, and it's shoving it into its body.
I just like reach your finger out and like touch it, and it gets absorbed in, and the meat comes with it.
As you see this happen, you look over at Alpha, realizing that the form that he is currently taking is different, more rigid, strange amalgamation of similar to the Oracle, the malformed snout of the dragon, or like a lizard type snout, short stubby tail, almost like a rigid bump, kind of scaled look on the arms and legs, but not as liquid and fluid as he normally is.
So, what's up with the look, big guy?
Just trying something different. Petey and I had a bit of a chat. He thought maybe I could, you know, if I thought, how did he phrase it? It's like all audible too. It's like, how did? If I
Did he call you ugly?
no, quite the no. More just that if I thought this was, if I thought that,
Spit it out.
oh, God, I
Take it-
can't
take
think
your
of
time.
anything other than what question said now.
The plan
Um,
is successful.
Should I say it while you think of your question?
Yes, please.
Okay. When Sleepy, when you said that, my reaction, I just sent it to Bam, was like, did someone just ask, or like someone should ask, hey Alpha, did you get harder?
This
Oh
hasn't
my
happened before. No,
I swear this never happens.
In the morning too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, he thought that if I thought we were here for a reason, that I should like embrace that reason or something along those lines. And I'm pretty sure that it has something to do with that like Oracle and with Cyril, and so again the weird like ta-da.
Well, you look lovely, but do you feel comfortable in it? Or
I think
us in?
so.
Well, I'm happy for you. As I'm gonna continue eating.
A little bit down the table, you hear, "Look, Mom, you can see through him. Get on." Stop pointing at him. She does look over. Apologize. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not the strangest reaction I've gotten.
The child does look down at his bowl of like porridge. He just keeps looking up at you. Try
It's
not
gonna be
to
handy
make
these
it.
things out like candy. Hang on, I'm gonna pop another pseudopod out, have it travel over to him. And
This-
like, I think the pseudopod also tries to like take the same form of like almost a like tiny little dragon human thing.
Yeah, walking it
Just looks a
along the
little weird.
table towards the child, very distracted at mealtime. As periodically the pseudopod will pick up a couple of the scraps of meat, kind of go and eat it along the way. By the time it gets to the child, he's kind of like looking at it. You can see like smiling, kind of pokes at it a little bit.
I'll just give the kid a nod and I'll turn back to the group again.
So, what, you can hold that form, what, indefinitely? Or...
I mean, I think so. It's not really taking any effort to do it.
Huh.
Kind of cool, right?
It's pretty neat. Can you look like me? Ooh, do Tamir.
Please don't.
I suppose. Oh, too late. I go up into the mirror. I kind of morph and get like these like droopy little horns and like thin.
Why you look like them? Say like positive things, just so I can imagine what it'd be like if Tamir wasn't such a miserable bitch.
Hey, now they're not that bad.
Takes one to know one.
Exactly. Wait.
You are quite grumpy.
I mean, it is first thing in the morning. A lot of people are grumpy in the
Mhm.
mornings.
Fair.
Exactly.
And I form into like a bigger version of Nuke.
And it would be by this
Hey,
time
handsome.
you're noticing that it's easier to hold these forms, not like when you first came into being on Tenebrae
Mhm.
Station.
When I first tried to look like Kaelin and Medea,
Mm-hmm.
it was a struggle, and it was very drippy.
Yeah, this is a time where you don't have to worry about it. You're just able to hold the form. And even then, you realize that even after you removed yourself from the bedroll, not much stayed behind.
You know, it is getting much easier to do this. It's kind of cool. I like it. And I go back to the semi-draconic form.
But plates are brought over. Realizing that PD did not have a meal last night, plate was not brought over. Malagar does put a plate down in front of Alpha, a sweetened porridge. You can smell like a honey or just the fragrance, the aroma of honey or brown sugar in the air. Steam rising from it. So how was the roof? Was it all right?
It was lovely, thank you.
Oh,
Go ahead.
did he cut out for anybody else, or was it just me?
Me?
No, he just fine.
Yeah, no, he was finished. I was just asking.
I didn't. No, but did Quest cut out? I thought
No.
I heard him say something.
No, it went all the way through.
Oh, well, fuck me then. Okay.
It's just you.
Cool. No, the roof is fine. Just a little chillier than I thought it would be, but I was warned, so.
We are rolling into the winter months, so I suspect we might actually have our First snowfall. Soon.
Say, if someone like me, and I kind of gestured to all of me, was looking for stuff to wear, where would I go?
Like a simple clothing store or what have you? Or are you looking for something a bit more robust?
I kind of just lean in close to him a little bit. Would simple clothing work?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I've never seen anything like you, so I don't know.
All right.
Either way, there is a shopping mall in one of the old textile factories. Just down the street from here. I'm sure you could find a shop that might be able to accommodate you and your various tastes.
Right. I think we have other things that we got to do first, but we'll keep it in mind.
Right. Well, if there's anything you need, just let us know. But with that,
Do we know the location of the? I'm gonna look to Alpha. Do we know the location of the studio you want to talk to specifically?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Name that I had written down.
Rupert?
Meligar.
Ah,
yes.
Sorry. If we were to find the nearest like guardhouse, where would it be? Where do we go from here? He said guardhouse, right? That's where they're taking.
One of the watchmen
That's the word. Thank you.
buildings. Yeah, there's
Yes.
one 2 streets down.
Great.
If you leave here, take a left. It should be a few. I mean, the warehouse district's pretty gridded, so just head down. The signage will be there. I'm sure there's going to be some patrol around. It's obvious all in the front of the building. There are several of their patrol vehicles.
Excellent.
Just about 10 minutes that way.
And I kind of look to the mirror. I do now.
just giving a thumbs up. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, breakfast has come and gone. Your meals in your bellies for those that eat, that require sustenance. You still have a lot of the morning left. Sun now rising, you can see the shadows shortening as the day goes on. What is the plan?
I think we're going to the Watchman house
Mm-hmm.
place.
Gathering your things, you pass by multiple buildings repurposed into various other hotels, pubs, taverns, places of business. But there are still working factories as you watch as a lot of the people carrying their lunch pails, things slung over their shoulders, walking to work in the morning. Still the bite of the cold, the chill is still in the air as most of them now have their coats bundled in their front. You walk through the streets. 2 streets down, eventually you catch a building with a flat top. wider than the others, taking up about a half of the block. The majority of the building itself cut off where all of them line up to the main parts of the street. This one, however, has more of a lot to it, as there are multiple vehicles lined up. Very similar to the paddy wagon that you had seen the night prior, the one that picked up Rupert, all numbered and lined up. People filing in. There are still early, but you can hear the sounds of the guardsmen setting up for their patrols for the day. Dozens of people going in and out, heading to their vehicles that they are used or assigned to for that day. You watch as one of them, now still nursing a cup of coffee, sipping from it, look up to you. Yeah, is there something I can help you with?
We're looking for a gentleman that was brought here. Would have been late last night. I think his name was Rupert.
Oh, Rupert Medlow. Yeah, I think he is just about to be released. May I ask why you're looking for them? A relation to him? You family members?
I didn't know that we needed a reason. I guess just some of the things he was saying last night. We wanted to. I was curious where he heard them from. That's all. So I wanted to speak with him a bit more.
Well, I can't let you in the back to see him, but he looks up behind him, clock. He should be released in about a half an hour if you're okay to wait. You can sit down and wait for him. But I can't let you back.
Right. I kind of just lean over to the mirror. I didn't know that I'd need a reason.
Always need a reason. That's why you lie.
I don't lie very well.
Well,
You know of a
there's
reason?
chance. Co-workers.
I don't know where he works.
It's gotta lie. We don't need to. Friends that need to pick him up because he's needs help to getting home. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
I mean,
It's kind of too late now, to be honest.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, can you do it?
It's too late.
Okay. So, do we just wait for the half hour now?
Pretty much. Do you want to go shopping? Got some time to spare.
I mean, I guess. I mean, yeah, sure.
We got half an hour to kill, and I don't know why we keep on whispering, to be honest. Because we're technically just standing right in front of him.
Yeah, you're waiting in like the basically like the waiting area of the precinct. A couple people are sitting around filling out paperwork.
Right. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back in a bit.
We'll be back in a half an hour.
Right.
Tell him to wait for us.
I'll let
We're
him know.
friends of his. Thank
Mhm.
you.
I'll let him know.
See? That's not hard.
Do you know where this mall is that the other guy was talking about?
God damn it. Why do we never ask for locations?
No.
No, I don't.
Maybe-
PT, do you?
Sorry, what were we looking for?
we're looking for so
The market.
Innkeep mentioned a mall or a market. that I could like just get regular ass clothing from. But
He said it was in an old textile factory. But I don't believe anyone asked where exactly it was.
Nope.
we're really bad at that, you know.
Would I
You just
remember
have
where
to-
this is? Because I'm old as hell.
I will say, give me a history check.
No
Give me 1 second. Actually, with that, you do recall in the industrial park that there are some buildings you can't recall which one was a textile factory. And at that point, we'll go ahead and, if you will, if we can take a 5-minute break and we'll return.
Sure.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
No.
I haven't had a break.
Taking
Yeah.
a break.
No, we'll actually have a
Just
break
been
today.
slaving-
Yeah,
slaving
yeah.
for 10 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Stay away from my
Um,
character sheet.
All right, I'll try. I was thinking
see you
about
guys in
changing it
62
right
days.
now. Yeah, we'll be back in 62 days, guys.
And
5
14 hours.
5-minute bio break, stand up, stretch, do your thing, and then we'll return and on 15.
And just quickly for the chat, just like quiz yourself. Take a guess how much stuff is going to be stored in Nuke's water skin when we get back.
Easy quiz. Alrighty. Yep, we will return.
Speak
Alright.
soon.
Okay, sorry about that. Just had to do something real quick. I'm back, but we'll wait until they come back. We'll see what happens. First of all, we'll go ahead and switch over back to the overworld map. If it's not black and white, what in tar nation? Please hold. And I like how Nowler is like, oh my god, thank God we got a break. But at the same time, he's like, I need more D&D. A break only takes time out of playing D&D. And yo, thank you so very much. 14 months, yo. Thank you so very much. Nowler with that big old 14 months, dude. It's been forever. We've been doing this for a long time. I will say, this is my longest continual campaign. This is now officially my longest campaign that I have played or been a part of, which is pretty good. Actually, hold on, let me see. Are you here? You gotta be here, right?
Yes.
This is my longest campaign that I've played in.
Oh damn.
They've always faded away. In like they've just fizzled out multiple times. I think the second longest, because we've been doing this for over a year now.
Oh,
So,
like
yeah, okay,
well
only
over a
a
So
year.
how long is the next closest or next longest? I guess.
Probably about like 3 months less than this session than this like campaign.
Shit.
So then
Yeah.
I can say my Curse of Strahd almost lasted 2 years.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it will be considered 2 years in April, so that's crazy.
Oh, my own D&D campaign has then been lasting longer than yours.
Oh, flex on a flex.
Yikes.
Out flex, bro.
We are on our 2nd year as well, and it should be well.
Unless I'm stupid.
In March.
Unless I'm
February,
stupid.
March.
Did we start April of this year? No, right?
No.
It was last year.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at your YouTube, and you should be able to figure it out.
I don't know. I don't want to do
Oh, your
that right
notes.
now. I don't want to do
No,
that right
it
now. Oh,
could-
actually, I can actually do that right
It
now.
couldn't be this year. Could not.
No, it was definitely last year. Session 1 was last year.
Because I joined on. Let's see, where's the note? Session 46. No, 45, sorry, in February of this year.
Oh shit, you've been here a long time too.
Mhm.
That doesn't feel like it's fucking what 7
No,
months.
don't forget, we had a long
8.
break.
We had 62 days to do nothing. So, to be fair, it just time does fly because we're only doing this once a week, you know?
Mm. It does indeed. Need to write-
Am I
I'm
hearing like
updating.
a motion being tabled for twice a week?
No. No. Not even close. Yeah.
Nobody got
No,
time
I
for that
mean,
yet.
actually, it'll be 2 years. It'll be 2 years. The first session 1, not counting session like the solo sessions for the original players.
Mm.
January 7th was our official session 1.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was when they had met Theron Credulo. They were doing all these Kaylin and Medea were being experimented on.
They were still alive.
They were alive. You know, they
Well,
hadn't
they're
died
still
the first
alive.
time.
They aren't all dead yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Medea is basically a paperweight right now,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Or did she wake up?
No.
Or, no, I think she was
Nope.
still.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she was still out.
She's stable.
The connections were slowly being made and repaired, but not completely awake and conscious yet. So
Shit, complete fucking. Not completely different, but I saw something the other day. Somebody said that their relative woke up from a 13-year coma.
that's crazy.
13. That's batshit crazy. Imagine. Well, first of all, like, who would even try to keep somebody alive for 13 years? Surely you give up at some point, right?
Yeah.
Unless, I guess, they didn't need life support. Is that a thing? Probably.
Some, yeah.
Maybe.
That's how they
Some-
test.
some
That's
of them need to.
that's how they test. Like, if you don't need life support, then they just like they'll just plug.
They're
they'll-
usually the one. Yeah, let them be.
Yeah.
Monitor them.
Imagine that. I wonder, like what happened, like to, you know, you were
I don't
asleep for
know.
13 years. So what changed since yesterday? Like,
Yeah.
it's mad when you think about it, right?
Mm-mm.
What happened?
Somebody woke up from a coma after 13 years.
Jesus.
They were
That's
just
wild. Yeah.
they were done with their alternate reality life and they came back to this one. They lived an
Wow,
entire
that's
lifetime
insane.
somewhere else.
I wonder, was it like just like brain damage or something that was slowly I don't know.
Well,
I don't-
brain
I don't know
damage
the person.
typically doesn't heal.
This is a fair point.
It's crazy though.
All right. 13 years.
Can you imagine like falling into a coma as a child but waking up as an adult? That would
Well,
suck.
think about that.
Terrifying.
That would
do
be
not wanna think
awful.
about
Straight to
Right.
bills.
Oh,
Great
Some
story
zombies.
idea.
Ah. just navigating
Like,
that
wait.
shit. That
Wasn't there a
shitstorm would be
movie-
terrible.
that. Wasn't there a movie with Robbie Williams that kind of had that story?
He aged like
Ah, right.
3
he was
times
aging
or
very fast.
4 times as
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. I think it was 3
That was
times as
it.
fast he was aging.
Mm.
I was a Brad Pitt was in. Oh no, was it Brad Pitt? It was the other way
Benjamin
around.
Button.
Benjamin Button.
and
Yeah.
went backwards.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-mm.
Would aging in reverse be better than doing it this way?
I don't know. Like, define better. Like better. Like, what
Yeah.
do you think would be better about it?
I don't know if it would be better, but would it
But
be
think about the
worse?
movie. He was frail in his childhood when he wanted to play games. Don't think it's a good thing. And then when everyone around him was old, he was the one with hyperactivity and not being able to do shit because he was so small.
I think maybe aging in reverse would be like if your mind started off as a baby, but you were in a like a dying person, Twilight years kind of deal. I feel like you would appreciate the life in the opposite, knowing that when you feel like you're completely done, towards the end of your life is the most active and the most enjoyable part of your life, right? Because like now, in the way that we do it now, it would be you don't feel like you get enough time when you get to the end of your life and you have all the time in the world, you don't have the energy to do the things that you want to do or that you normally want, that you could have done.
I like that you're saying the way that we do it now, like we chose this.
Yeah. Well, still, but like people have dreams and they put them off until the end of their life. But by that time they have no energy. But if you do all of the things, if you not bust, I mean, you can't bust your ass when you're tired, but when you save up enough and you're like turning into a kid, you're just like, oh shit, I have all this money, I can do all this stuff now. Well, I have all this energy to live my life. That'd be cool. But then you
but
would
don't know,
disappear
right?
into a
You're-
baby.
You're not immortal. Like, you're still gonna die. You're
No,
just gonna
yeah.
die a baby. Instead
Yeah,
of
you're gonna
dying
die a
old person.
baby. Yeah, but you'll have the energy at the end of your life, rather than the lack of energy at the end of your life.
But wouldn't it be torture then, right? Because you're able to think, like you're fully formed in your own head, but now you're a baby and you can't communicate. Isn't it like the ultimate isolation?
Could you still commute? Could you write as a baby?
Have you
No.
ever seen a baby write?
You could
You do
try.
baby shit.
You
like
could.
shitting yourself and-
By
well, I
that
guess
time,
old
you
people do
could
that too.
fill out you could fill out, like, if you have the mind of an adult, you can fill out a question, like a little button thing. You know how they train dogs to be like, mama, poop, food, outside? You could just get buttons that you can push as a baby. There you go. Easy. easy way of communication.
I don't know. I think I like it the way it is. Just saying.
You haven't even
I think
had
it's
it
fine.
the other way. You don't even know. It might be better.
You haven't either.
Yeah, that's why I'm contemplating it.
But also, it's one of those things where it's like it depends whether it's just you or if it's everybody. Because it's like you were talking about like at the end of your life, you don't have a lot of time and you don't have the energy necessarily to do the stuff that now you like theoretically do have the time for because you're retired and whatnot. Well,
Mhm.
if imagine humans lived like 100 extra years, well, we would just retire later because you can still work.
Wait, who looks after us if we're aging backwards? Who looks after you as a baby? Your parents
kids,
are well
probably.
gone.
Well,
Well,
those are
your
the-
kids become parents to you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You guys
would
choose your parents
absolutely give 20 years of my life if I could live in my 20s, but a shorter life. That's all I'm saying. I would
What's that?
absolutely.
Assuming you're living to what? What are you
Oh,
assuming
I'm-
the high end is?
If I were to do it
60 or
now
80?
in my current, like assuming you can make it to 80, I would give
60
20.
years
Yeah, I
in
would
your
give.
20s.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
would.
dude. Yeah, so would I.
Yeah.
I'd give 21.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Because I don't know, every year I age, I get closer to the time where I accidentally shit my pants, you know? Like that, it's just getting closer and closer to that time.
No,
Where-
but that's the same regardless, though, right? If you aged younger or aged the way we age, like you're always getting closer to the time of shitting your pants.
Yeah, either direction. Well, I mean,
No, yeah,
Once
You
a man
I'm actually
age
just
out
talking
of
about
it.
if you're staying at 20.
yeah, yeah. In my
Dude, I
current
shit
state,
myself
I'm
loads
getting.
of times in my 20s.
Well, that's you. Not everybody is that. All right.
I'm a risk taker, dude.
Yeah, I'm not in that way. See, I don't even gamble for that same reason. I'll feel bad if I lose money. Can't do it. I take calculated risks. That's about it. But
Well, I guess are the calculations good or?
well enough that I'm not shitting my pants.
Dude, you're
That's
not.
Can you
a pretty
imagine if you,
low
like-
bar.
Can you imagine someone who's like, I only take calculated risk? It's like, yeah, but you suck at calculation.
I know if you're really bad at calculating, you're just like, but
Real
you
bad at
still
math.
lose.
Yeah, you've got dyspraxia, bro. Or dyscalculia.
It's calculated.
Calcula.
Still loses every time. Oh man, that would be I would be worse than Benjamin Button and shitting your pants. Anyways, you guys want to play some more D&D?
I was gonna say.
That would be lovely.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get into today's
Why does
session.
Meowfers put up with us?
I don't know.
don't know.
I don't know.
I tuned you out, to be honest, for a second there. I'm just like, I'm just gonna let them talk, finish this. I'm just gonna go
we
back
need
to my
to
notes.
RP.
And this is why I don't take breaks, because then we just derail and we just start talking about nothing.
Let's be real. We would derail regardless. So
All right. With a lot of the morning at your disposal, waiting for Rupert Medlow to be released from holding, you decide, or try to decide, whether or not you are going to shop. As you are walking around, you notice that a lot of the places now are either like eateries, breakfast places that people are stopping in before work. You contemplate where that textile factory that Malagar was talking about. What's the plan? To just roam around and hope to find something, or
Well, you said I knew the direction, the like general direction
General,
of the
like,
industrial
yeah.
district. Yeah.
I mean, you are in the industrial park. Rusty's is located within a lot of these older buildings that were repurposed for, like modern buildings and clothing places, pubs, hotels, etc., etc. But this place is filled with row upon row of all buildings that, for the most part, look the same to one another. I'll say, as you roam around, give me a perception check, everybody.
All right.
Man, that was violent.
Mm-hmm.
Nuke and Petey, as you are walking around, there are banners that hang from some of the buildings showing the various shops, the names of them and where they are in relation to where you are. Eventually you do come across a shop that is open this early in the morning, mind you. It's pushing 7 a.m. So not many places open at this time. However, you do manage to find a place, a small little, like a little area that is built into one of the sides of these warehouses that has been sectioned down for multiple shops leading down the alleyway. A small building called The Button. There's a few people standing around inside looking through a couple of these shelves, racks with clothes. Gentleman with suspenders, white shirt button, very pressed, the hair parted down the center of his head. But they are open currently.
That's a cute shop, isn't it? So, who needs clothes?
Just like basic stuff. Probably.
What
Are
do
you
think,
gonna get a hat?
Dylan?
Do I need a hat?
Dude, you need a hat.
You don't need a hat.
What kind of hat would I need?
None.
The mirror's just tired of your shit.
Just done with it.
Just standing there with arm crossed, like.
PD Homer Simpson's his way out of that conversation.
Just backs into the bush.
Yeah.
Way
back
out,
into the
way
fucking shop.
out of his depth.
Yeah. Right. Well,
Well,
let's just start with basic stuff then.
Yeah, basic hats. Go you.
Clothes would be better start, but yeah.
You know, like
Yes.
the the metal ones with the like mohawk on the top, like
I-
feathers or
what?
some shit.
I don't know those ones. No.
When have you become a hat connoisseur?
What's connoisseur mean? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Are you though?
I don't think he is.
Petey,
I
Petey.
kind of want to go do an insight check.
I point to Petey. What does connoisseur mean?
Are you using messaging?
Do I know?
I will
I'm
let.
gonna roll a.
Yeah, you be the judge of that.
I'm gonna roll a D100 and let's say if it's high I do, if it's low I don't.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
He explains briefly what a connoisseur is. So someone who knows a lot about it, usually in sort of a fancy store kind of way.
So, an expert. I point again and say that. So basically,
Yes,
you're describing an expert.
Essentially, yes.
I say nothing.
I think at that point, Tamir, I'm already walking inside the shop.
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll follow Mary.
After contemplating deciding to go into this building for a little too long, you decide to head in. You hear the bell in the door ring and chime as the gentleman back. Welcome to the button. If there's anything that you need help looking for, just more than happy to help you out. Just ask your question.
I need clothes.
He does. You see his hands. He folds them over in his front. Well, then, if this is going to be, well, it looks as though you are indeed in need of some clothes. Oh, what are we looking for? Are we looking for business casual? Are we looking for something to go out adventuring in? Oh, there's a party that you're going to? Or is there something more formal that you're looking for?
I think just stuff to venture in is ideal.
So,
Like,
a working
no,
man's
wear out and find a
clothing, then.
party. Yes.
Right. This way. Heads over to one of the racks that have various colored, heavy, like linen tops, thick woven, not something that is soft, but malleable, something that could take a beating. You notice that a lot of these woven shirts now mimic of similar to any of the like the workers that you've seen going to work today. There are some of the heavier duty trousers. Are you looking for anything? Obviously, they're not coming in the main colors that you're used to. If you're looking for something in a specific color, you're kind of relegated to either brown, black, or I would say like a canvas beige color. If there's anything you want to access, well, then you're getting into something more custom. These
Just normal, just regular is fine.
takes a couple off the shelf and kind of holds it up to your waist. I think these would do.
I move my waist up and down.
Right. So it doesn't really matter you could honestly pick any of them. If you're able to do that with your body, then I don't think it would matter what size you're wearing. I'm actually, I apologize. This is a bit out of my depth. I've never had to fit someone like you for clothing, so I apologize if there's a bit of stammer in my voice. Is this all right? And he pulls brown trousers.
I imagine they would be. Are they warm?
These ones would keep you relatively warm. I mean, I would probably get one of the padded coats to go along with it. It's a woolen coat that is filled. It's a little puffy, but most of the workers here tend to like them during the winter month.
All right. Sure. Yeah. Probably one of those two. Look at
You are looking at an entire row of just period appropriate Carhartt style clothing. For the most part, heavy woolen jackets. The work pants of brown or the almost like that orange color. Does pull several things off. Unfortunately, the heavier duty ones, the ones that are supposed to last for some time, it's a bit it does run a bit high, but you will not have to replace these anytime soon, if that's all right.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Trousers, you're looking at 4 gold. The shirts, most of them are running around 2 gold. The jacket, however, you're looking at 7.
I kind of just reach into myself and grab like a handful of gold and pull it back out.
Right. Well, if you will come to the register, I can ring you up for everything.
Sure.
Was there anything else you would need? Shoes.
Ooh, shoes, probably. Maybe? Sure. It's going to be such a mishmash right
is
now.
that a yes?
You know what? No, let's not go for shoes, actually. I like to change my feet quite a bit, so.
Right. Does grab off the rack a linen shirt, thickly woven, some trousers, and one of the woolen coats. Brings it up. Now, do you only need one set, or are we just going to be wearing this through the week, or do you need multiples?
I don't know, think that far ahead. Probably just one.
Right. So, 5 for the pants, 2 for the shirt, 7 for the coat. You're looking at 14 gold for today.
Sure. And I'll give him 14 gold.
All right. Bags it up for you. Wonderful. And if there is anything else you would like to... If you need anything, we have plenty of things. Just head on back to the button. We are open. In fact, there is a sale that is going to happen. We did have a Winter's Festival that was supposed to happen in a few weeks, but since everything's been cancelled, we decided that it would be an opportunity for everyone. We are running a half-off sale on everything during festival time. So if you find yourself back and wanting to spend your coin, make your way back here to the button, and we'll gear you out for every occasion.
This should be fine, I think. And just for like context, it's probably just like a basic brown shirt and black like jacket almost, I guess.
Mhm.
Kind of go with it, and just like kind of dark brown pants
Yeah.
is all it really is.
Mhm,
It doesn't really suit his new appearance very well, but but you know what? It's warmer than what he had. So
mhm. All right.
and I'll just add like traveler's clothes or whatever. It's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just traveler's clothes is fine. All right. Now, for the rest of you, is there anything else I can help you with? Is there something that you would need? Or are you just looking around?
No, I do actually need something. Just a simple, do you have a simple coachman coat?
On the back wall over there, there is an assortment of coats that you could look through.
Lovely, thank you. So I'll go over there and have a look if there's any... What were the colours for the options you said?
Describe the coat that you find.
Oh god. Do simple. It is... how to say this? It's a simple jacket. It's quite long. It goes at least down to Tamir's knees.
Mm-hmm.
Where there is assortment of 6 buttons in the front, and it goes in to the waist, giving it almost like a figure, and has a little... The cuffs are folded up, giving it a little bit of cuffed look, and has a small hood on the back of it in, I reckon, black would do.
Simple black coat. You look around. These ones, however, these are a little bit more pricey. You look at the tag on it, does say 10 gold. But exactly what you were looking for.
When did you say was half price?
Festival's in 3 weeks.
Fuck. Fine, I'll take it. No. Not in 3 weeks.
Wonderful. Rings you up. 10, asks for the 10 gold as you pay. And you have your coat. Just the right amount of warmth for the winter season.
Mhm.
Is VAT not a thing like in anywhere else?
There is, but what do you mean?
You know, like value added tax. Like you pay VAT on shit that you
Yeah.
buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bam is saying that
that's
he's never
already
heard
added.
of this.
That is already added in Europe, but in America it's
No.
something you pay in the cashier, isn't that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but Bam is saying he's never heard of this shit.
Well, like, I know what tax on things is, but like, never heard it called value-added tax.
VAT, what do you call it?
I think they call something else. Just taxed, isn't it?
It's just
Mine.
tax.
They're a simple
Okay.
human being. Don't forget.
Burn.
Oof.
Carry on.
I said my piece.
Like
I'm satisfied
GST.
now.
GST is what it's called. There we go. That's the word. I had to look it up.
Uh,
I feel ashamed. But it's fine.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
GST.
It's
The
okay.
more you
That's
know.
it's not added here in USA, so we just have
it's
a
definitely
different
added
tax.
in the US.
It's not called VAT though.
Oh yeah, it's
Mm.
called
Same.
fucking freedom units or something.
Freedom. Eagle in the
Lack
distance.
of freedom tax.
Yeah. All right. But if there's nothing else, then thank you for shopping at the button, and we'll see you again.
Luke, didn't you want a hat? You were on and on about this hat you wanted.
Not for me.
I think you wanted one for me.
I think you wanted one for you.
I think Nuke is the one that needs it, to be honest. Just shy to say it.
Have you seen this dome? Look at it. It's magnificent.
A little shiny in the sunlight, though.
With your little tuft of hair.
It do seems quite cold. You have to take care of whatever you have left.
Yeah. No.
So we're not getting the hat for today.
Not for me, no.
Well, no fun.
I don't know what kind of hat I would need.
You don't need one. You look fine without one.
Shopkeep. Do you have a like a metal helm, with feathers, kind of, in the arrangement of a mohawk, going from front to back?
No. Most of it is we're just a simple clothing store. Anything specific, you would have to find a crafter for something like that. We're more of a general purpose store than anything. We don't do things custom.
Right. Just thought since, the clothes seem quite expensive that you might be, Never mind. Bye.
Why is it always the adventurers that always a strange way of conversing with people?
Everyone's gonna hate us in this town by the end of this. God damn.
It's
So-
already. I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this.
Conversations are so lacking fluidity, says under his breath.
I'm
Strange.
quite fluid, actually.
Thank you for shopping at the button. We'll see you again sometime. As you step out, I will say the shopping did take about a half an hour to either find the store and get all of your necessities down. That it will be just the time to head back over to the Watchman precinct.
Perfect.
As you
So-
make your way back. Oh, go
Just to be clear, before we go in here, obviously he was under the influence of alcohol, so if he's not speaking
ahead.
today, because whatever, are we going to kidnap him, or is this going to be completely voluntary? I don't know, I just
No.
want to be clear on what's happening.
Obviously, very voluntary. If he doesn't even know what he was talking about yesterday, then that's fine. We can move on. We have things we got to do, anyways.
So no kidnapping.
No, no kidnapping.
Right.
God.
And he winks.
As you make your way back to the Watchman precinct, you do see a disheveled Rupert sitting there, coat kind of folded on his lap, sitting on one of the chairs in the main waiting area. He's looking down at the floor a little bit. Seems like he's nodding off slightly.
I'll just clear my throat. Are you Rupert?
Yes, I am. Are you the ones that I was supposed to wait for? They said that somebody came to see me.
Yes. Do you remember us from, me from last night?
You can still smell booze off of his clothes. Unfortunately, I don't. I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I haven't really been able to control myself around alcohol recently. So if I did anything, I'll pay for damages if that's what you came here for. It does show a bit of shame in his eyes.
No, you didn't do anything. Just there were some things you were saying that I was hoping that you could explain where you heard them from. About gods and dragons, mostly.
He gathers his things off the chair beside him, steps up. I was saying something about gods and dragons last night. I didn't hurt anyone, right? I didn't attack you or anything in any way.
Not that I know of. No, I mean, you didn't attack me.
There was
As far as I know, you didn't hurt anybody.
there was a relief that kind of washes over his face. Right. I don't know how to explain it. I've ever since the attack on Oxrun had just... I had this recurring nightmare. I lost everything. It wasn't much, but I don't know. I just thought it was someone taken to its end. So I kind of fell into drinking. The apartment, that complex that I lived in, it had everything that I owned, and it was destroyed. So, and I guess this dream that I continued to have, it was stupid. It was just something, voices that I heard, and you've had a dream that you kind of remember and you put meaning to it in the morning. By the time breakfast rolls around, you just forget most of it and you just kind of fill in the blanks. I think that's what I was doing. I almost did it. I almost said that. Have you ever had a dream that you I almost did it. That you could do you so much that you could do anything? Yeah, I almost did that. Trust me, it took my every being to stop myself from doing it. Thank you for bringing that up.
I gotcha.
But I don't know. I put meaning to it, but it felt like I was having the same dream over and over again after the visions came that day, the attacks, the monsters that showed up and destroyed the place. I don't know. My dreams are filled with this green glow, this warmth, like, I don't know, something is watching. And for the first time in a long time, it felt as though, I don't know, something, a meaning of it all. Right, yeah, I guess I'm trying to turn to something after losing everything, someone that has nothing else to lose. I just kind of see it as me trying to latch onto something, and I guess my irrational ramblings tend to come out when I've had a bit of too much of the amber liquid. He kind of smells himself and he winces. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what it means. But I like to think that the dream that I had is just something's watching.
Not something. Someone.
And his eyes kind of widen, as you say. So I'm not crazy.
Only as crazy as the rest of us. If this warmth, this peacefulness that you described is the same as my own, then it comes from someone named Cyril.
You see his eyes darting back and forth, almost searching his memory.
It didn't make much sense to me either.
Just. But then why does it feel so familiar?
That's what I don't know. I wish I did. As I mentioned to you yesterday, I don't have the answers. Not yet, anyways. I'm hoping to find them. Can you... You said that these dreams of yours, they started after the attack?
For I saw the vision, that horrendous creature with the ashen horns.
Wait, the vision? You weren't here when it happened.
I was present here in Oxbrun, yes, but multiple people have seen it. They've
Toy, yes.
something called to us. Some seen more than others. For myself, I was just overwhelmed by this green glow, this warmth washing over me. And it stuck with me as fortunately, I didn't have to worry about it. I was at work during this time, and it was part of the city that didn't have to worry about it. But by the time I got home, seeing all the devastation, and then the remnants of the creatures that were left slain afterwards, I don't know. I thought it was just some strange hallucination at the time. What is going
Sometimes
on?
the greatest information comes from the strange hallucinations.
But what does it mean? What is all of this? What is happening to us?
Again, I wish I had those answers for you. But I'm just trying to find them myself.
You must know something.
Nothing that would lessen your fears.
But they're watching.
Someone is. They're trying to anyways. And I kind of look at PD. I think you were right in something you said yesterday, whether you remember it or not. I think I was sent here for this. If not for this, then at least to help. One thing I will say, though, be careful with how much or who you're saying these things to. As warm and fuzzy as the feeling is, there are some that are looking to stop it. They're looking to suppress it by any means necessary.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Sure. Oh God, where's my character sheet? There it is. Persuasion. Oh boy, I'm so good at these. That's not bad, actually.
You're doing all right.
Then I guess I'll have to lay off the liquor for now. Just deal with everything head on.
In moments of clarity, reach out to that warm feeling that you get. Who knows? Maybe it'll talk back.
He flings his coat over his shoulder, walks. Cyril, was it?
Cyril.
And your name?
I'm known as Alpha. These are my friends.
Well,
We're here to help.
and his eyes kind of lighten in that moment. Heavy burden that you can see in his furrowed brow. Deep, deep lines in his face. You can see the crow's feet now forming as a bit of a smile, cracking from under his like really scraggly, thick beard, the mustache kind of dangling down in these wisps of white. Thank you. I don't think that what I did helped, but you helped me.
Without you doing what you did, I never would have known to help.
I'm just glad I didn't attack someone. Again.
Not that I know of. I want to make that clear. We got there pretty late.
Well, the watchman would have told me if I did, so I'll keep that hope in mind. And whatever you're here for, good luck and thank you. Thank you for checking on me, for clearing things up for me.
I mean, when someone starts talking of the reason why you're here, it's hard to ignore them.
Well, I can't speak on that. I don't actually know everything that I said. I don't remember the previous night's adventure. Everything's spotty, but I'm glad I could be of service.
Just nods. And looks to the rest of them. We should get moving. I think I got what I came for.
And with that, he says his farewells as he bundles himself up, walking somewhat aimlessly around the streets of the industrial park, leaving you out in the front of the precinct. But seeing that whatever vision Rupert may have had, almost aligning with what you know of the world and what now the world may know. What is the plan?
I think we're going to Mystrun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can somebody remind me who that is again?
Where?
Mystrun is
Not
a
who.
town.
Are you
It
playing
is
D&D with us? Are we playing the same game?
It's a town south
I
of
don't think so.
Oxburn.
Oh yes. I remember.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
In
just
the
checked. I just
Foggy
checked my
Bog.
notes.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
We're looking for Malva there because they have an order that Valdron put through.
Speaking of, are we playing the right game? No one in all these sessions we've played has ever said, oh, looks like you're awake. And I'm like waking up on a wagon.
Oh my god.
I've been waiting for so long. I was told that was the intro.
Maybe one day it might be. One day.
I'll
It's
be honest, that
actually-
went completely over my head. I have no idea what you're on about.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
It's a Skyrim.
Skyrim, yeah.
You know what? I actually pictured Skyrim as well for some reason. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. Honestly, that's actually a pretty good start to the beginning of a campaign. It's really solid. It's so much better than a tavern start. All right.
Oi! We have
So
to start
much better.
somewhere.
Well,
Anywho, yes.
anywho, roaming through the streets, making your way through the districts of Oxburn. Oh boy. There are phrases in the English language that are forever ruined. Or made better? Possibly.
Definitely made better.
Possibly.
Uh,
But heading through the city, finding your way through the Basra district, the city now coming to life. Eventually, you make your way to the large gate carved out of the mountainside that protects Oxburn. The sounds of the streets, people going to work, to and from their locations, the bustling vehicles sputtering down the streets. You realize that even walking through, heading to the main thoroughfares, to leave the city limits, takes a long time. The city is large, and there are thousands and thousands of people. Unfamiliar faces all along, just living their lives. The devastation across the city itself, now seen. Multiple buildings completely razed to the ground. All of the rubble now fade away, most of it taken away, and the new structures and the framing is starting to put in place to rebuild everything that had been destroyed during that attack. You eventually make it to the front gates, or at least one of them, heading down south into the forests at the base of the Zintian mountain. People at the gate now checking, waving people through as several of the vehicles now heading down the roads. But there is a lot of wilderness, as you could see the mountainside now sloping down. You look over a very uniform pine forest. However, you can see billows of smokes from small little towns that are nestled into this forest. Dozens of smaller towns dot the landscape ahead. The main road heading straight through, carving a path through the forest. From your vantage point, I need all of you to roll me a perception check.
Also, while we're traveling, I would be keeping a good eye out for those plants that Velderon is looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I also, like, as we're leaving the city, like, kind of as we're at the gates about to go through, is there anyone around that's, like, paying too close attention to us? Like, as kind of making sure that we're leaving, or like is watching that we, the way that we're going, kind of thing?
I'll say your 17 perception, as you've been walking through the streets, there are people. I mean, obviously, everybody has
Yeah, we kinda
people
stand out,
watched during any time. There are random people that see your group, and obviously, you're not the only adventurers that are passing through here, and most adventuring groups, parties that come together for riches, look different than the normal populace of a city. So you do inherently stand out on your own. With your 17 perception, no one is watching closely. Not in that way. There's no
Okay.
recognition that you see. Sure, there may be some nefarious people or a group of children watching from an alley as you walk down the row. Possible pickpockets. But it's early in the morning, and most of them tend to stay around their barrels of flame to keep themselves warm.
Yeah.
But as all of you step out, heading through the main gate of Oxbrun out into the wilderness, sure, the paved road carves a way through, and you could see, even in the distance, getting enough height, several miles out towards the ocean side, you can see another city. For those, I will say PD, and I think we're missing another perception check.
They're all there, I think.
I don't see.
Four of them there.
Four.
I didn't see nukes on my end. It's
Mhm.
showing up on the common display, but on my end, the DM side, it's not. Nukes wasn't, but I do see it now. Okay. For Nuke and PD, looking through the forest, now the area itself, or at least today, is fairly overcast with a bit of sun peeking through. Looking down in the main, this massive pine forest in front of you, there is a section out to the east side. A patch where clouds, this fog continues to roll through the trees. Thick and impossible to see through. Only the tops of the trees poke out of this heavy, heavy fog. Is there anything you would like to accomplish before actually heading out into the forest, or are we heading there now?
Not from my side.
Don't think I've got anything.
Same.
All right.
I'm good.
As you all leave the comforts of Oxbrun out onto the main road, you follow it for the most part in relative comfort. Every area is paved. There is a side road that you can walk along, as there are multiple vehicles, large cargo trucks that pass you by. Sounds of their sputtering engines driving along as you now are at forest height. There are other trails that lead further outward, most of them built along this main road. You watch as a couple of the signs pass, and one of them you do see as there is a couple miles Mystrun and an arrow leading off on still not a paved road, but a graveled road as you head off. However, during this time, About 30 minutes from your walk, the trail now starting to break. As the gravel now turns into a softer ground, the marshy area, and even just looking through the trees themselves, the fog is thick. The atmosphere becomes heavy. It almost feels like you're drowning as you breathe. Humidity in the air causing this heavy fog, the chill in the wind. But you can hear creatures along the way. There's almost a line where the forest stops, or a break between two types of forest. Sure, it's still a pine, the makeup, the material makeup, still pine, but there is almost a shift in color, almost as though the land is different. It's oppressive here. It's like something is watching you. Eyes along the whole pathway. Something deep within the fog is watching.
Can I tell what this change is caused by, or like if I've seen it before?
Are you... Give me a nature check.
Ooh.
23.
Worse.
The journey back to Oxbrun had been a long one, and in times arduous. The shift in the landscape, you're realizing that there isn't... This is from somewhere else. There are certain areas that bleed out. You recall that there had been portals, tears in reality, allowing the wilds or some other place to spill out into your world. Strange overgrowth covers the surrounding landscape. Gnarled trees. Now, some of them, you notice all of these straight pine now gnarled and twisted, like the trees were bent in odd and jagged angles and just started to grow that way, being tied and bound by wires like training a bonsai tree. What you would assume would take decades to train a large tree of such nature. But the forest itself is starting to show its cracks. The wilds doing more damage to this area than what had previously been suspected. And even the ground itself, there still seems to be a separation from the heavy swampy or the marshy type bog that you are walking in. The ground's squishy. But the landscape is mutated. With that, who is going to be leading the charge into this area?
I think I would,
Okay.
because I'm just most comfortable in wilderness.
Mm-hmm. With that, give me a survival check. As you finally now step towards the threshold of the fog. Ah, yes. A 9. Give me a D100 roll.
Nice.
Oh boy. Oh.
13. Okay.
Of course, it's the lucky number. Yep.
Spooky. Spooky. And it is
It is
Halloween
spooky.
time. Yeah.
7 Tarasques.
Floating
Someone say that earlier
pumpkins.
Oh.
Floating pumpkins start to rise from the ground, and you could hear, ooh, really? No, I'm just kidding. No, that doesn't happen. um, the squelch of this boggy, almost peat-like top popping out from wetland squelches under feet. As you make your way deeper into the Valefen, this area now earthy, almost this smell of wet rot. Not flesh, but earth. It's difficult to walk through this spongy material as you all have to put a little effort into your steps. It slows your travel down significantly. In fact, I need a PD. Give me a D4 roll.
No.
3. Petey, you find yourself as you are walking ahead of everyone. Something grips your leg and pulls it into the spongy top that you are walking along. I need you to make me a strength saving throw. As you feel your body just being pulled under this peat moss. You watch as the bottom half of Petey's body gets sucked into the softened ground. Quickly, I might add. As you watch... go ahead.
Am I able to like grab him and try to, pull him back up, like as I see him?
You reach
Down,
for him and
or-
try. Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and reach and try to pull him out of this. At this point, Petey, you could feel your body sinking down lower. Your torso now starting to fade underground. You could feel something wrapping and gripping you, trying to pull you into this boggy mess. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
So I'd
Alpha.
actually like to cast a
Can-
spell.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
I want to cast this.
Speak with plants, okay. And the main thing that is around you is basically this heavy layer of brown and green peat moss all along this boggy area.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying? As Alpha, you try to reach for him and grab onto him. However, you're still not used to the clothes, and it's somehow impeding your movement slightly, not being able to fully grasp onto the torso of Petey. It's like watching a cat with something stuck to their tail or a dog wearing shoes for the first time. You're not used to it, and it feels awkward. So, what are you saying as you are trying to speak to plants?
I would say, be calm. I am a friend.
Okay. As you feel the shift in the peat moss around you, you feel the ground settle. However, there's still something wrapped around your leg, almost like a tendril of some sorts, dragging you from it. You could feel it start to rise to your chest as you are sinking lower. The ground itself softened, making it more pliable to pull. Alpha, go ahead and give me another strength check, please.
Can I
Mhm.
cast mold earth? on the soil around PT.
Sure.
So it says
Yeah.
if you target an area of loose earth, you can instantly excavate it. I'm not sure how. Essentially,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like
Between
to,
between PD speaking with plants and you shifting the earth away, Alpha, go ahead and make that strength check as you are trying to pull
Could I
PD away
also
There
from
we
this.
go. Much better.
Go on.
I just wonder if I could help them as well.
I will say both of you in that moment, since there's not hesitation, but go ahead and give yours as well.
It was like, guys, Petey's getting sucked in by something. He's saying weird things. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that, Alpha, you feel the ground give way and push aside as you pull PD away. A tentacle, almost this purplish tendril with suction cups all along the side, just pulls away from PD's leg, and it slips back down, slinking into the boggy ground below.
That was close.
is it too late to go back?
Probably yes.
Why would you want to go back? You're already, I don't know, halfway there.
Whoa, we're halfway
I was thinking that.
there.
Thank you.
I mean, let's just be honest. We all were. We all thought that.
Yes, everyone was.
Literally.
You'd be
Yes.
insane not to.
Yeah.
I
You'd be
know,
a
right?
goddamn crazy person.
Mm-hmm. There's no other answer than that.
Psycho.
Anyway.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would like to speak more with the plants. Ask them what this is.
And there's this cacophonous voice. Not right, not right, not right, not right. Creatures. Invaders, 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 invaders. Monster. Evil, evil, evil. In that moment, when the ground or the earth is revealed and excavated in that moment, when you got down that 5-foot mark as the bottom of your feet, where the tendrils slinked away back down into the wet, soaked ground of the bog, this putrid smell, and there is this streak of black. Sure, you are covered in this dark material, but there is this inky, oily material that is left in this area, like an oil slick atop this wet patch. And this putrid smell hits those that can smell.
How do I help
Luke, is that you again?
No answer means yes.
There's something evil in this area. Evil, evil, evil. Monster.
Petey's still making weird sounds. Is he okay?
To be honest, a lot of weird things happen around you guys. To be honest, it might be normal.
There's a soft, faint breeze that rolls through the area, but for some reason or another, all of you can see the peat moss that is resting atop the surface of this area that you're walking on is shifting in strange ways.
Where is it?
All around, everywhere, nowhere, somewhere. There's hundreds of voices in all directions.
I'll talk to the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
They say there's some sort of invader. There's some sort of evil that has taken over.
Save us.
Yeah.
Save us. Save us. Save us.
Is that
Save
what you
yourself.
were talking about? Is that what you were saying?
Well, I was talking to the plants, yes.
Oh.
They're asking us to save them.
Save the plants.
There's an awful lot of them.
Yeah,
do
I
we-
don't know about that.
I'll ask the plants again. How do we save you?
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Yes.
And
They're evil. Evil.
how do we kill it?
We know not. Don't know. I have no idea where. Find it.
All right. I will do my best. And I'll turn to the party. There is some sort of creature. We need to defeat it, or this forest will suffer greatly.
So we can't just go around then, no?
And where is this creature? Is this creature what was, I don't know, the thing that we saw?
It's a
Just
tentacle,
like-
yes.
Huh.
You said that there was like a black oily substance around, right?
When the earth was like excavated, there was where the tentacle started to retract. There's a small like puddle of water, but most of it is covered in this like black inky oil slick. And even then there's streaks of this oil across Petey's leg and where he was grabbed.
Does it look anything like the oily creature thing that we fought on Toluthia?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm kind of just like leaning into Petey's leg and kind of like picking
Licking?
up some of the oily. No, not licking it. No, just like picking up some of the little oil stuff onto my finger.
There's a very similar consistency to this ichor.
Nuke. I kind of hold it up to him. It's the same. Well, close to it.
Nuke holds his stomach. Oh no.
Did you didn't cough anything up again, did you?
No.
Cough what up?
All right.
Do
You were
Do
there.
you all know what this is?
I don't know what it might be.
It might not though. It might not.
Let's hope not.
I'm hoping it's not. Yeah.
I want to try something.
Sure.
Could I, with thaumaturgy, because I can create, where was it? I read it 2 seconds ago. Harmless tremors in the ground. Could I use that to imitate steps away from us?
Sure.
So, I reckon I'll take, taking out my viola and just, what's it called? Pricking. I was to say pricking. It's not pricking. Plucking on the strings, imitating steps as I'm creating almost tremors as footstep going forward, just seeing if something reacts while standing
Da-dum,
still. Yeah.
da-dum, 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 da.
As You pluck the strings, you hear them, and now everybody, you hear that the tone of the strings muted, and they almost like deafen, but you can hear the sounds of like crunching, almost footfalls along the other surfaces of this bog. Give me a high or low roll.
Oh. Been rolling shit today, but let's say high.
Oof.
Nope. Yeah, I should have kept low. Fuck it.
Nothing appears. The tendril does not show itself, reveal, or try to grab at anything.
Okay.
Well, we'll try.
I wanna try something else maybe.
Sure.
Can I ritual cast locate animals or plants
Mhm.
and look for this purple tentacle thing?
Just gonna sit here and take 10 minutes.
I'll say, yeah, I mean, sitting there during the 10 minutes, this would be at the time of you studying the Ichor,
Mm-hmm.
Thamir trying to mimic the footfalls. In that time, after you focus on your ritual PD, eventually everything kind of darkens around you, and almost like a path drawn in stars or shapes of constellations start to appear. You watch as the dew shimmers along the trees. You could feel whatever that creature that you were focusing on now moving away, rapidly moving to the north. And eventually it falls out of your range.
So the whole creature was moving north.
The whole thing.
It's moving north.
That's
So
the
we
opposite way from where we gotta go.
Yeah, that's perfect. So we can just walk back up. Keep on going then. Or do we still want to kill it?
What do the plants say?
What does the team say? Oh God, no! I've had that fucking song on break. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They have so many good songs. Why that song?
I hated that song when it came out.
Same.
You are at least not in Norway and have to listen to it 24/7.
Oh my goodness.
They had a TV show when I showed it as well.
Oh man. So,
Anyways.
what is the plan?
Do we want to go kill it?
Yes. I mean, PD does. I mean, he would
Yeah.
basically start walking right away.
I
We are going to kill it.
all right.
So
Fine.
We are
doing
killing
this.
it, or we're killing PT. It's
I don't
Let's
think
go.
Petey is the right option.
It's tempting though.
All right. I'll kind of
Alright, let's go.
run after Petey.
Yeah.
All right.
Following.
You all rush to the north trying to find this creature as you right yourself, jumping from one section of peat to another. Not stepping into the marshy area, the water that is starting to pool in some of these floodplained areas. Chasing Petey along. This area is dense. And mainly the fog obscures your pathway through. you can't help but to feel still being watched by something. Eventually, you do come to a clearing where the patches of water now connect and you could hear the sounds of running water. Logs being splayed out, almost like a pathway along the trail. You start to find a trail leading up just slightly north of you.
PD. Do you still see where it is?
No, that spell only lets me see it in that moment.
Hmm.
I can cast it again if need be. But I think we're on the right track.
I said there's a trail going north.
Yeah, it's like this wooden trail that kind of rests atop the really wet ground. However, you notice that the trail does break a bit as there is a newly formed, not river, but this wide patch of murky water that seems to have washed a lot of this away. It seems as though there was enough flooding in one area to cause a shift in landscape dramatically that once was a trail leading to the north, now broken apart. However, you're noticing that, especially with the cloud cover and how much of the canopy breaks some of the light from reaching the ground where you are, there are a lot of motes of glowing gold, almost firefly-like, just dotting the landscape. This area is filled with them. Thousands floating around, swirling in various patterns and shapes.
And just keep an eye out. I guess we'll follow the path for now. Right.
Okay.
I'll look around to. You said they were still feel like we're being watched.
That feeling has never. As soon as you entered the fog, that feeling never stopped.
Yeah, I was keeping like constant eye out to see if there's anyone actually watching us. I'll also, I guess, in this case, in this particular instance, anyways, since we're not going further south to the town, I'll take the front going through this path.
Okay.
I think I'll cast this again, but not ritual. I'll just use a slot so I can do it instantly.
As you approach this area, you're deciding to cast your spell, trying to locate that specific creature no longer works. Seems as though they are out of the range.
Is there any point then?
Where does this? Do we know where this trail leads to?
The trail or the trodden path that you were walking up to leads to that wooden trail. It's hard to tell because everything's so shrouded in fog. We'll go ahead and just go over to the map. As you are walking along this trodden ground, you can see that the wooden planks that make up the trail that is just ahead of you starts to appear. As to where they go, you're not sure where this actual main path leads. You've well, most of you have never been in this area. It's not loading. What in tarnation? Is it loading for anybody else?
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm on the path.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just me. Excellent. Oh, I know what it is. Wait, do I know what it is? It might be.
This?
We're on Hex.
Yes. We are indeed.
PD, how important is this creature to you?
If it threatens the forest, then quite.
Going an awfully long way out of our way. Supposed to be going south to this town, right?
As long as it's not a full day walk north, and we can get there by nightfall, we can probably use a little bit more time. And not too long. Does that seem fair?
All right.
PD nods.
Well, who wants to lead away? Could you feel it anymore? Or is it gone?
I've lost the trail.
Right.
Let's see where this goes then. Got to go somewhere, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Is there like a path over this water, or is it just like deep water?
It is murky right here. It's hard to tell. You can't really see the bottom.
Hmm.
Can I take a pebble and chuck it in the water?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, let's annoy what's in the water.
I
Just
mean,
double checking. You never know.
Thamir, you reach down to the ground, picking up a pebble as you disrupt the surface of the water. As you, where do you throw this pebble?
Right there.
Okay. Splashes. That's about it. I
Right,
mean, you
you
watch
go
as it
first.
disappears under the surface,
Yeah.
but this water
Safe
is murky. It's hard to see through.
I'm gonna use shape water.
Okay.
Oh.
oh,
Because it can change the water's color opacity. So in a small area of it, I'd like to see if, like, how far it goes down and if there's anything in there.
Yeah. 5 foot. And yeah, from 5 feet, especially right here, you can tell that that is the ground from there as you try to make it transparent, moving some of the murkiness away from the water. That's about, from right here, from the angle, it's about 2 feet, and at the lowest, as if you're, from right there, you could see it sloping down slightly. About right here, it starts to slope a little bit more.
How thick is a fog? Am I able to see what's up here? That seems slimmer.
Where?
All the way up with the fallen tree.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little path there. Am I able to see that far?
Yeah, you could see just like by the tree, like you could see the outline of the tree through the fog. but then around there's just heavy brush and trees that kind of obscure where this trail leads off to.
But I can tell that it's a little bit slimmer up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like a different trodden, like it is a trail that some creatures, right? Creatures tend to follow paths and eventually they start to mark the trails. The one that's right here seems like it was built. Like these planks, these planks that are lined up seem to be a different trail, like an actual pathway.
Well, we could try and go up further up. It looks like it's a little. I don't know if it's deeper or not, but we could try and cross with a tree, help with the tree, or cross the water there. Doesn't seem as far as it's up here.
Suppose we could, yeah. Might give us some help. I mean, I was just gonna try to jump this, but that might be a better idea.
Well, go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's
God,
only
like
30
this.
feet. Hmm.
What's your long jump?
I don't even know. How do I know how far I can jump?
I
God.
believe it's just your strength check, like your strength.
Yeah.
Wait, don't I have bestial soul? Something that does something special like that? Hold on. I know it doesn't come up properly on this.
Yeah, you can jump up to your strength score, so 16 feet, unless you have something otherwise that says otherwise.
When you jump, you can make a strength athletics check and extend your jump by number of feet equal to the check's total.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get a running start to jump across.
I mean, I don't want to ditch the party, but
The mayor said I ain't stopping you.
that's true. Oh goodness.
We're definitely leaning and looking.
No. I'll stick with the party. You can see him though, like looking between the mirror and the island. You can see it in the middle of the water. He's like, I
can make it. I
can definitely. And I see the rest of you guys walking. Like, all right, I guess
Alrighty.
Oh,
I'll go with them.
it'll be interesting to see how Blue Blob jump.
Well, I mean, wait, Nuke, what are you doing?
It would be at this
I'm
time,
fucking with you.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
fuck! Did I go too far?
as you all
Uh-oh.
walk. Well, the mirror leading the charge up to it. You can hear the sounds of the trail now getting a little bit, at least where the water is, it's running around the tree and you can hear the trickling of water running through the channels. It would be by this point, as you step along this trail, you hear the sounds of gurgling at the very end as you watch this giant mound of flesh start to slowly rise from the water. Tongue whipping out, a mouth full, a row upon row of jagged teeth, and this deep guttural sound croaks from its mouth. We'll go ahead and pick up right there as you watch the tongue lash out in your direction. That's where the session will end.
Are we this far away from them?
Yes, you are.
I'm far
That's
out.
quite some time.
Yeah, that's
I am 100 feet away.
So
I got a little impatient.
we'll go ahead and pick up there next time. We'll see what happens with Thamir and this weird creature.
Hypnotoad. Calling it.
Hypnotoad,
I
basic.
It's
mean,
Hypnotoad.
you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's
And
okay.
Can we see it from where we are?
You heard this deep croaking, and you watch as it starts to rise from this murky water by this. You can see the shadow or like the shape through the fog in the distance.
You
Oh,
definitely
boy.
heard Timir shout like,
Oh,
cursing.
sorry, Hypnotoad.
Oh boy. So we'll see what happens next time in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Wait, so what date are we back?
The 16th we will return on this combat.
The 16th.
The 16th. Because I unfortunately am not going to be around for the 2nd or the 9th. And then, so the 16th will be.
They.
It might. I might be
No,
able to.
no.
We'll see.
No. If you can't, you can't.
I will let you know well in advance if I can. But for sure, nothing on the 2nd.
Yeah, don't sweat it.
So
Okay.
I know
sweat
it's
please.
it sucks. It does suck that we have had a lot of like missed sessions, but
As long as I can access my character sheet, I'm fine.
I have no control. Apparently, I have no control over that. I don't even open your character sheet.
Why could everybody else move, as in like check the distance from their character to Tamir while the game was paused, but I couldn't? Is there like settings?
you
or
do
So
the
something?
if you click on the
tool?
measuring tool instead of
Oh.
the
Gotcha.
Yeah.
other thing.
So if you
Or
learn
you hold
Foundry
control.
VTT,
You can hold control and do the exact same.
yes.
Or that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! You're
One day, Nowler,
Yeah,
you,
she's a long ass way away.
dead.
one day you will learn how to use Foundry VTT.
Like,
Oh, keep fucking my shit up.
I think I can get there
I
in
don't
one
know.
turn,
Right.
but she's on her
I-
own in one turn.
I
I can't
ain't
do anything
saying
once I
that
get
for long. I ain't saying that for long, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's already licking you. So
I think Newt can get there in relatively one turn. He's fast as
I can
fuck.
definitely get there in one turn. I just can't do anything once I get there.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of sad that we're
Either
going to
one.
have a couple sessions off, but that is how it
It
happens.
is what it is.
That's
You're
right.
sad.
I'm sad. Well, because it's been, I mean, the last few sessions have been really good. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, so.
You just tossed us into like combat with an unknown creature, and we have 2 weeks to
To ponder.
to
ponder.
dwell on it.
To ponder,
Yeah.
it's
well,
fine.
3.
Yeah.
Well,
You can contemplate whether or not Thamir is going to make it out of this one.
Trust me, I will, whether I want to or not.
For 2 weeks. For over 2 weeks. It's fine.
For 3,
It's
yep.
fine.
It's fine. 2 sessions
fine.
miss. It's fine. It's okay to miss a few sessions here and there. It's okay. But oh
yeah, cheers,
man.
guys.
But then it's Christmas. How busy are we all in Christmas? Because I'm kind of people
Ooh.
like
I don't
Christmas
think
in my
I'm
family.
busy at all, honestly.
I'm super
Ooh,
busy.
hold
My
on.
sister's
Yeah.
What date
visiting.
is it? Oh
Yeah.
shit! Hold on. Oh no. When is the 24th?
24th is a Wednesday.
Okay.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a Tuesday.
I almost did it.
it.
I almost did it.
My
Tuesday,
thing-
Wednesday for Christmas.
It depends on family. If their family's home, I'm busy.
The holiday seasons are rough.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Mhm. Yeah. Fingers crossed. I may be able to squeak in a session on the 9th. It might be a little scuffed, but we can make it work.
Don't stress it.
I mean, we've got to save Thamir, so. I
Yeah.
almost called you Samir.
Nice.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
All
Thanks,
right.
guys. Thanks for playing today.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
DM.
Thanks for
Thank
DMing.
you.
I hope you guys
Thanks
had
for not killing
fun.
anyone yet.
And we'll see what happens next time when we return from a break, and Thamir is dead. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Thank you.
Survive for
Take
now.
care, guys.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, so ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, thank you guys for hanging out today. I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the new people coming in, chatting. A lot of the returning. Again, from the beginning, what I said, we got some Monster Hunter to play in February. So I'm not saying you should buy it. I'm not asking you to buy it, but I'm telling you to buy it. Play Monster Hunter with us. It's Monster Hunter Wilds. Come on, it looks awesome. It's amazing. Come play some games with us. It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. You know what? I know it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. So thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, have a good night, have a great day, have a great evening wherever you are from. Just have a good one, okay? And yeah, we'll be back in 3 weeks. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Bye.